So, welcome everyone. Welcome to uh, the introduction slash episode 1 of Symphony of Storms. We'll start with, I guess we'll start with a small introduction of what this is about, what the world is about, what we've been doing in the past 2 years, and who are these people here on camera. First, I guess we'll start with myself. My name is Grimwood. It's my first time here on Twitch.tv. Well, not really. I tried this like some years ago, but never really went anywhere. But yeah, this is slightly stressful. Actually, I can feel the. Anyway, yeah, my name is Grimwood. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons and other TTRPGs for the past about 17 years, from Dungeons and Dragons to Pathfinder to more narrative experiences in many different games and genre. I've been mostly playing Dungeons and Dragons for the past few years, 5th edition, and yeah, I'm always learning, always looking into trying new stuff. And that's pretty much that's pretty much all there is about me. Besides that, I'm kind of nerd. A lot of Magic the Gathering in my life. Always have cards near me. Gaming, big gamer, and yeah, a lot of other hobbies like painting miniatures and stuff like that. That's pretty much all about me and about this campaign, Symphony of Storms. This is a continuation of an open-tabled campaign that we've been playing for the past 2 year and something. 2 year and some months. It started in June of 2022, I believe, on a gloomy Saturday night where nobody had anything better to do than to try and play D&D. And following this up, it turns out that there was more than just 4 people that like D&D, and we ended up playing over 100 sessions in the span of 2 years with over 20 different players. Some more often than other. Some were just trying it out. Others were there almost every week. I think we had a lot of fun. It was mostly open table, so monster of the week kind of thing. Each week was different, but I think it was nice, and over time we got to places. We had some stories going on, some characters that were a little more in depth than others, and yeah, it gave us the opportunity to explore a world and to have a lot of fun. Now, two years later, I'm back with 3 of the originals, which are right there on camera, and we decided to just I guess give it another try with something that's a little more in the style of a normal campaign and not an open table with 20 other people, but different, but I guess we're still gonna have a lot of fun. As for the world, this is a homebrew, like a lot of D&D tables. Never was a big fan of the Forgotten Realms. I never quite used them in the past, even if I've played D&D so much. What we're using is a world called Arcavios. Arcavios is officially the world of Strixhaven. It's a Magic the Gathering world that is unexplored, if that makes sense. It has been mostly created by Wizards of the Coast so that they could put a school of magic there called Strixhaven. There's an official D&D book that has a lot of information about Strixhaven, and there's an MTG card set that has a lot of information, arts, and things about Strixhaven lore. But I never really explored the world beside the Strixhaven grounds. I've decided to pick this up because initially we started playing Strixhaven, and my players were asking a lot of questions about the world. So I had to improvise a lot and create a lot around it, which is not a problem, but it made me enjoy the process, and we ended up just creating a world. So this is fully homebrew, even if it shares the same name. What's specific about this world, I kept some of its originality from whatever Wizards of the Coast tried to create. The world is a high magic world. all of the magic is governed by something called the currents, which are magical, invisible sort of waterways or magical sort of streams that just span the world. Everything that is alive goes through them. It's like the life force of the world, if that makes sense. This is where magic is tapped from, so all spellcasters have an affinity to it. And they course through the world, passing through what are called magical arches, which are these sort of weird floating rocky structures that kind of defy gravity and logic. They kind of act as sort of pathways and checkpoints for these magical currents. They have other uses that you may see in the future in this campaign, but for all intended purposes, for the normal people of Arcavios, they're like godlike structures. Like, they defy gravity, they are magical, settlements were built around them because they are landmarks, and yeah, they're fantastic. Beside that, the world has many other homebrew stuff to it. A lot of countries, different cultures. A lot of them obviously are built upon what we know, which means that they have their sort of real world counterpart, so that it's easier for the players and for myself to build upon them. And as for the divine, there are 7 gods. A lot of them will be named very often in these sessions because they have a sort of center point. They have had a big impact, and they were kind of center point of the original 2 years. So kind of makes sense that they still have their place here, especially with some of our characters that you'll have info about once I'm done talking. There are 7 gods. They're all quite different. Some of them have been explored more than others in the past 2 years. They all have very normal fantasy names. And they all essentially govern over different purviews, may it be the goddess of magic or the god of fire. They're a little more complicated and extensive than that, but yeah, they all govern specific purviews, and I hope that you'll be able to meet some of them in the future. I think that's enough for me. I guess we can say hello to our players, and maybe they can talk about themselves and their characters. So let's start with clockwise order. So I would go with Kuwu. Don't be surprised.
That's me. Hi. All right. You said introduce ourselves first and then our characters, right?
Yeah, or whatever order fits you best.
Cool. So my name's Ku. I do streaming part-time. It's just this for fun. And I'm a therapist who does a lot of mental health work. But this is one of my hobbies that I love to do is D&D and role-playing games in general. It's a blast to be able to kind of put on a face of a character and try to be somebody else in a mystical, fantastical world, right? Just coming up with a bunch of different ideas with our friends and getting to roll some clickety-clacks together. So for this campaign, I'll be playing a character named Poppy. She's from Myrtholden in the Grove, and it stands for Hidden Gem. She's a clockwork sorcerer fairy who has a little bit of order domain cleric for background. She focuses on oriomancy through oriomancy, which is chronomancy, and we use a little bit of homebrew content to be able to do that. She's a very bubbly character in her cadence and personality. She tries to lighten the mood and cheer up her friends whenever they seem down or stressed. She's also very drawn towards beauty, like physical and spiritual beauty. And you'll see that a lot in how she gravitates towards certain individuals. And it's probably why she's gravitated towards Arastelle and some of the people that she's met recently. Poppy has been looking for a mentor to help with learning how to wield Ariomancy more efficiently and safely ever since she joined the Guild of Strangers, which is what we previously played, as Grim explained. She was taught as a child that there was a prophecy for 3 mages who specialized in the banned magics from Strixhaven, Ariomancy, which is time and future, chronomancy, hemomancy, which is blood magics, and chiromancy, which is weather. The prophecy, was summarized and vaguely referenced as a way to bring like a balance to these banned magics and give them like a better name and appearance besides just destruction and danger that they usually brought about. But the specifics for it beyond that are not really known. It's kind of been lost. So she's been trying to find a mentor to kind of help her out with understanding those magics more. She has met the other mages from this prophecy already, and they were both hostile at first. These are important individuals in her character arc. One of them, the Henomancy mage, is named Varkgrim, and he's an orc. At first they were hostile, but she was able to kind of diffuse the situation in the past and was able to kind of work things out, and they're like on neutral terms for sure. And the Chiromancy mage, which is for weather, is named Horizon and is an Eldrin elf. Poppy is really upset at this individual for killing her to-be mentor that she finally got wind of upon arriving at her mentor's location. She was killed, and that sparked about some hatred towards this individual. It's really fresh, stains her memory a little bit. But yeah, she recently had to sacrifice a little bit of her life to be able to deal with an issue with time magic. And she had to ask her friends to help bring back her mentor, which brought about some strife recently with the gods, coincidentally, as we always do, because that's, just our name, our characters. We love pissing off the gods. Her allies primarily include the Strangers as a guild, and recently Priscilla, her mentor, and she hopes to consider Varkgrim an ally soon. Enemies or adversaries include primarily Horizon, because Horizon's kind of a bitch, and possibly Strixhaven, but it's not really sure. They don't really like Poppy because of time magic, but Poppy likes them. Kind of weird, so we'll kind of explore that and figure that out as it comes. That's pretty much it.
I was muted. That's a lot. Thank you, Kuru.
It is a lot. Sorry about that.
No big deal.
Given all of the background information that's important from the recent sessions that we've had.
Hope everybody's taking notes.
We can go with Lucky following Kuru.
But Ethan's there.
I said clockwise.
Yeah, clockwise it's you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want to follow up Kuwu. He did so good. Okay. My name is Lucky, and I am also a streamer on Twitch. I've been playing D&D for about 4 years now. I really got into it since COVID. But I'm still learning a lot about the game as we play. I play Arastelle. She is a elf wizard, but she actually has a rare condition known as being a current born. She had it's like a birth anomaly where the magical currents that Grim had talked about, kind of affect a baby in the womb to the point where it kind of changes their appearance. They have like a dark blue skin, different eye color. They have like freckles that kind of resemble starlight, and they also have white hair. And it is rare. There are other people in the world, and Arastelle actually has a best friend named Nephile, who is also a current born. But I found out that it has caused a lot of issues for her. It probably started out where there was an attempted kidnapping, and Arastelle was able to escape, but found that her friend Nephile was kidnapped, and the group went to go search for her and rescue her. They had found that a group, an organization called the Farhaven League of Commerce had kidnapped her. They are producing a drug with the current-born blood, which is why they are going around kidnapping current-borns. And it's kind of put Arastelle and Nephile on edge ever since. So there's that. The Farhaven League is definitely an enemy of Arastelle, and we will probably find them in this campaign. Another moment for Arastelle. There's been a few, but she has a kind of odd connection to a lot of the gods of Arcavios. She was put to a test, a trial from the gods to fight this demon that came to the world. And because of her connection to the currents, she was able to save everyone in this combat. She successfully completed the god's trial, and she became the champion of the Seven to fight this another adversary. There was the world of Dalcor corrupting the magical currents of Arcavios. And the gods championed Arastelle to stop the currents from being corrupted. She was successful, but ended up dying in the process. That the gods used her as a focus to fight the corruption back that was spreading in the world. And it was too much for Arastelle, so she ended up dying. Two of the gods, Embel and Vrinoff are their names. They brought her back to life, so she was reborn. What else was there? She has a very peculiar relationship with Embel. Embel, from her standpoint, she's hoping has good intentions, but Embel used her to do something weird with the currents, where there was a wave of chaos that had spread throughout, and we haven't quite figured out what the aftermath of that was. Yeah. Oh, she's a graduate of Prismari at Strixhaven School. She loves to draw. She's a shy person, kind of antisocial, actually. She doesn't really like talking to new people. And she has her allies are Nephile, Strixhaven, and her teacher, her professor at Strixhaven. His name is Lochiel. And her adversaries are the League and a person named Baral Pashiri, who is a prince in the area called Pinzari Isles. She is very wary of him because he is very ambitious, and she understands that she has a lot of unique powers that she's worried he might take advantage of. I think I covered everything. Hopefully.
A lot of it, at least.
Okay.
But I think it gets yeah, you got through most of it. The important
Huzzah!
parts. And following up with Ethan.
Oh, I got the blood ritual. Damn it. Oh well.
Do you want to do it really quick before I go, or?
Huh?
Right before she went to go fight the corruption of the currents, she was scryed on this blood ritual. We don't really know very much about it, but the blood ritual was it was just current borns. There were these circles type star of current borns that were unconscious, and they were being drained of their blood with a crystal in the center of it. She scryed on it, but then she was immediately attacked and she almost died from it. She now has a goal of trying to figure out where the hell this ritual is taking place and stopping it, because it seemed really bad.
Good.
I'm done. hopefully.
Yeah. So yeah,
one more
we
thing.
just learned that current borns are very useful. Good energy source. Let's go with Ethan.
All right. My name is Thandril, but pretty much everybody just calls me Ethan. I am playing Zovril Valren, who is a Aasimar cleric, grave cleric. Zovril went to school at Witherbloom. Oh, I guess I should introduce myself. I used to stream, and I've been playing D&D for 6 or 7 years now. My home group is it's like a more whimsical, less serious game, but I'm sort of the forever DM there. And when we started up this former one-shot that lasted 2 years, I've been kind of learning how to play in like a real D&D setting, so it's been a lot of fun and a big learning experience. Yeah, other than being a former streamer, I'm a new dad. So hopefully my little guy will not interrupt too much. But as for Zovril, as I said, he's a grave cleric. He went to Strixhaven and studied and graduated from the Witherbloom College. He very much enjoys all things nature, animals, plants, everything. But also has no problem, getting rid of gross things in nature. He also has an affinity for brooding, and definitely is more aloof and has a hard time trusting people. He keeps everybody at arm's length away. He ended up coming into this group as his father was a founder of the Strangers, so definitely not nepotism. He in joining the group kind of has started to slowly make friends after trying to push people away, including especially Arastelle for a little while. Has slowly decided that, or realized, I guess, that they actually are good friends, and is kind of trying to let people in. But he's still pretty aloof and awkward towards pretty much everybody else. He's close with his sister, who is a little bit younger than him, her family, but he's not super close with his father, and his mother passed away while he was at Strixhaven from what he believed at the time was a disease that had run in her side of the family. In doing some searching, or I guess before that, he found that he also was afflicted with this disease that took his mother, and was struggling with it around the time that he joined the Strangers. And so trying to figure out a way to cure it, ended up going with a group to a temple of Corvus, who is the god of, I believe, entropy and just entropy?
Yeah. No.
Entropy and wildlife.
Yeah.
Yes. And he ended up figuring out that this was not, in fact, a disease that was, for some reason, incurable. It is a blood curse, as far, far back in his family line, a member of his family named Aldrich had slain Corvus's prized pet named Valerian, who was a wolf. And in doing so, Corvus has set a blood curse on Zovril's family line for eternity. And it slowly eats away and kills everybody afflicted. It's been passed on for hundreds of years. And Zovril is the first one to have tried to take this curse pretty much head on to Corvus. And now is not only aware of being afflicted with a blood curse, but now has a companion wolf named Valerian inside of him, is slowly eating away at him unless he feeds Valerian, which he has done once so far, and that included him coming to from a blacked out state and having murdered a individual in their home city of Corinthia. And yeah, so he hasn't really talked to anybody else about that, but Valerian is bloodthirsty, and if not fed, will take it upon himself to do the feeding. So he's still trying to figure that out, but currently his main adversary would be Corvus, which is unfortunate because that is and doesn't really, not really a way to defeat a god too much, but he is currently feeling kind of abandoned by all the deities, which is unfortunate as a cleric, and his closest allies are probably Poppy and Arastelle. And other than that, the only other thing is he's a cleric by trade technically, but has more of a stance of still breathing. You don't need healing. So, just in case people are wondering, why is the cleric not healing everybody when they're low?
Yeah, why is the wizard healing more than the cleric?
Yeah, healing spells.
And why is Poppy twin spelling a healing word when it's needed the most instead of Zovril?
And the cleric is just like rolling d20s on his turn, attacking stuff.
I got a big old hammer and I'm gonna swing it.
Well, thank you, Ethan. I hope this wasn't too much information. As I said, we've been playing for 2 years. A lot have been built upon this campaign, mostly with the players, which means that there are a lot of information about what happened before, about the gods, about the races of this world, like Arastelle being current-born, which is homebrew race. It's essentially an elf with a different skin, if that makes sense. But yeah, all the players have goals and issues stemming from the past 2 years. The goal here, obviously, with this new campaign is to build upon that. It's not every day that you have the occasion to build a campaign that is that have this sort of like frame that is already there that you can just try to tap upon. So yeah, we'll see how this goes in the next, I don't know how many sessions. Time will tell, I guess. And yeah,
2 more years.
Two more years, maybe more, maybe less. We'll see how it goes. I'm never, as you may have learned in the past 2 years, whenever I say something related to time, it's never true. So
Yeah,
never works
this
out
should be
this
a
way.
short session, guys.
Oh yeah, yeah, 5 hours short session. Yeah, that's a thing. For this campaign, obviously, because we are live, that's the plan. We're probably gonna try to stick to a sort of timetable that fits a little better. We'll see how it goes again. Yeah, I believe I had one more thing to say, but I guess it'll come back to me at some point in time. Other than that, are you ready to start, group?
Yeah.
I'm nervous, but yeah.
I've been sweating. I mean, so yeah, let's start this. For those at home, this is a follow-up to some stuff that already happened, so try to follow as best as you can. And yeah, group, you just came back home from a trip to Tezos. It took you about a day and a half coming back. I assume you came back with your cart and mounts the same way you got there. You found Priscilla, which is Poppy's mentor, time mage. You found her remains. You were able to bring her back to life, which went very well, I would say. You brought Priscilla back to life following a ritual helped by a local priest in Tezos, a local priestess. This almost went south, but you were able to avert a crisis and a fight. Oh, this just came back to me. Sorry about that. Just a little... take note that we are playing D&D, but it is as much a homebrew D&D as it is a homebrew campaign. There is a lot of homebrew rules that have been built, may it be magical weapons, abilities, monsters. I don't remember last time I used an actual monster block from the book. I have a lot of laissez-faire with the rules. Obviously, we follow the D&D rules as best as we can, but yeah, I'm very open on some of them. So as long as the game flows, everyone's happy. Usually it goes well. So don't be surprised if sometime we're not following the rules. If you're this kind of person that knows all the rules of D&D 5e, well, maybe you won't like some of the things. It do be like that. So yeah, other than that, back to the game. So you are on your way back to Coronthir, being the capital of Silk Meadow. The travel has been normal, no problem. The roads in Silk Meadow are always safe. This is probably the safest place on Arcavios. It has been about a month and a half since the events of Dorodur. You come back to beautiful spring, Coronthir that's in spring. The leaves are all growing back up. Winter is far beyond. It's as beautiful as it ever was, but as you get to the Guildhouse, which is still your home, even though a lot has changed in the past month and a half, it do feel slightly hollow. A lot have changed in the past month and a half. Some of the leaders have been gone east toward Blazeholm. The guild has been pretty much given control to Jacob, since he's always been working hard for the guild since his arrival. He's been a very useful information tool for it, and with most of its member either retiring or going on other quests, personal stuff, he's been given the task to just take care of things from now on. As you get back to Coronthir, get back to the Guildhouse, obviously the tavern is empty. It's still day, but the Guildhouse itself feels different. It feels more empty than it ever was. You know that most of your colleagues are gone now. There are still some of them working and doing some small, taking some small quests here and there around Coronthir, but nothing as international, if that makes sense, as what the Guildhouse has been doing for the past 2 years. Jacob has been doing his best, obviously, to make sure things stay up and running. Most of the specialists have left. A lot of them left with the leaders, with Manuku and Copper. Some of them just left because, well, their job was done at this point. I mean, either there was no need for them or they had other ventures. So, yeah, as I said, it's pretty hollow right now. Arastelle,
Yes.
I would assume that as you arrive there, you will probably all go to your quarters, apartments, probably just unpack your stuff, like back home. There's probably stuff to do. As you arrive at your place, you can find a box and a bag on the table that were not there when you left. As
Do
you
I
look into the box,
recognize?
huh?
Okay. I was
Go
going to ask, do I recognize the bag?
You do recognize the bag.
Okay.
It is one of Philibert's bag. It's like a travel bag.
Okay, yeah, then I'll look in.
As you look into the box and the bag, you do find personal stuff that were Philibert's. Things that he had in his quarters. Like not the things he would usually have on him, like weapons, things like that, but just personal stuff, belongings. They seem to have been packed quite well in this bag and this box.
You said that. Is there a note?
There is no note.
He just left a bag of clothes?
Yeah, there's some of its clothes, yeah, in there.
Do I have any understanding of why he would do something like this?
The the last time you spoke with Philibert, he wasn't feeling so well following the events of the order. He was having some trouble sleeping. He was taking some small quests and errands by Jacob from time to time. Going like sometime he was gone for like a few days, but nothing too like dramatic or too long. Yeah, that probably would not be his type to just leave things there. Especially like all his belongings. Like there's even like a small vase that he had like at his place. Like it kind of feels a little more like when you move kind of thing.
Yeah. I feel like I would try to go find him, go like ask maybe Jacob what happened to Philibert.
Sure. Jacob since has moved back into the Guildhouse. He's not off-site anymore.
Okay.
His new role and most of the problems the guild had being solved, he felt secure enough to move back in without his life being in danger. So
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yes, hopefully. Oh, you're all safe. It's fine. You can go to Jacob's office. And just he's mostly always on site. So
Okay, yeah, then I'll go over there and knock on his door if it's closed.
good. You knock on his door. You can hear his usual voice with his broken French accent say, "Entrez."
I'll open the door and ask, excuse me, sir, have you seen Philibert?
He's behind his desk as usual. He's got plenty of documents in front of him. In the room is, it's the room itself is like everywhere. Like there's boxes everywhere. There's paper everywhere. There's the walls are full of paper and they're all linked by some rope. Like he's got a lot of things he's looking into right now. He looks over his desk, looks at you. Ah, Arastelle. Enter.
Yeah. Hello.
How was the trip?
It was fine. Have you seen Philibert?
Yes, Philibert. He's gone on a mission for me. He haven't told you.
No, he hasn't said anything.
Well, he may be gone for some time.
Where did he go?
He went back to Lancastille.
Okay.
And Evenfell.
Okay. All right. I'm
Are you okay?
sorry to. I'll be fine. Thank you. I'm sorry to bother you. And then she'll just
You'll
go.
never. Welcome back. You can hear this through the door.
I'll go back to my room.
Good. You go back to your room. Do you just leave the things in the box in the bag?
I'll go through his stuff. Maybe he left something like in one of the smaller pockets, specifically for me, giving any indication on where he went to. Maybe I missed it the first time.
Sure. You go through the things. You unpack.
Mm-hmm.
He left most of his personal affairs that would not be like good for traveling, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
As you look through all of this, you do find a small notebook.
I'll look through it then.
The notebook is of very good quality. It has about 200 pages. As you flip through it, all of them are blank. The notebook looks brand new. But on the first page is a message to you.
What does it say?
It starts with, to Arastelle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I had to leave so suddenly. I hope you'll appreciate this gift, so that you can always think about me when you draw and take notes. I will try to keep in contact as best I can, but my work for the blind brokers is leading me somewhere else. I should be back by the end of summer if all goes well. Signed, your love, Philibert. Actually, I'll be honest. I know that he has a real name and I forgot about it, but yeah.
It's Hugo.
Yeah, you go. There you go. It's easy. Yeah, so it will be signed Hugo and not Philibert in this case.
He actually signed his real name? That's concerning.
Oh, you're the only one who knows about it.
Yeah, but like he wouldn't keep a trace of his actual name anywhere.
Maybe he's getting clumsy.
Ugh, okay. Yeah.
If there's a problem, I guess Philibert. I'll tell Philibert to like scold me or something. But I should be fine.
Yeah. Arastelle will probably go to activate her earrings to calm down her nerves. The earrings that Philibert had gifted her. And I think that she would probably seek out. Oh God, if Poppy is with Priscilla, then she probably doesn't want to talk to Poppy right now. But maybe Zovril.
Why do you hate Poppy so much?
It's not that she hates Poppy, it's just that she doesn't trust
Yeah, I guess you could
Definitely
try and
maybe
go and find Zovril.
Yeah.
Zovril, uh, as you come back, everyone kind of splits up at the Guildhouse, doing their own things. I mean, you've been together for about a week now with the others, but yeah, when you come back home, yeah, gotta unpack, gotta relax. A week on the road is not relaxing at all, especially with all the things that happened. Is there anything as you come back that you would want to do? Someone to meet or try to do something now that you're alone and at home?
I would probably just look to see if there is any notes from my family. Maybe check in with Kirill, my father, still there.
If he's still there.
Well, if he's at the guild, I don't know.
Okay, oh yeah, I mean he's old. You never know.
He's old. He might have. Jacob's taking over. He might have, decided to not do any of the clerical work at the guild.
Yeah.
But yeah, just see if there's any letters from his family, anything. Just kind of write back a little gist of everything is going well, and kind of superficial. And then he would just want to check on Enric. See what he's doing, and just hang out in the greenhouse, probably. Some light gardening and help out in there.
Yeah, that makes sense. You have, I mean, obviously your family is still in Corinthia. You can go and meet with them pretty much whenever you want. Your father is still alive, even though he's old. He did not die of old age the week
So
you were
close.
gone. You've been gone for about a week. Nothing much has happened at the Guildhouse. As you go around, you can see some new faces you've never seen before. Some of them looks like mercenaries. Looks a little more rough than others. Others looks very like you see people there like, man, this guy looks as generic as you can. Like he could be anywhere and nobody would ask a question.
Straight up NPCs.
Yeah, straight up NPCs. No, actually, there's a reason for that. But yeah, straight up NPCs. You are aware that Jacob had plans of expanding the guild, the services the guild could offer. Before working for the guild, he was essentially a master spy, and a master informant. Sorry. So yeah, you know that he's been bringing in new faces for this, either for some local mercenary works, bodyguarding, or information brokering. And these guys do fit the bill for that. They could be anywhere and you wouldn't ask any question. Beside that, if you go to the greenhouse, the place is a mess. You know that there's nobody taking care of it right now. Pretty much all those who were taking care of this place, which I believe was, I would kind of blank on their names, but I believe it was Tsuri, and I don't remember the name of the herbalist that you had at the Guildhouse. But yeah, essentially they're not there anymore, so nobody took control of the place. So yeah, it looks like a mess. Doesn't look good at all. If you do find a place for flowers and plants in your heart, maybe you could take over and try to get this place fixed up.
Yeah, I'll do my best to try to fix it up.
Yeah, obviously.
Depending on how much time I have, it might be like a quick fix that's like meh. But if I have, depending on what everybody else is doing, yeah, try to fix it.
Okay. I guess you could go around the Guildhouse for some time. Try to just relax, like have a good day. Look what the issues with the guild, the greenhouse are. Maybe try to fix them up. there's like a cracked window. There's clearly a lot of things that should be just on Earth. But yeah, a lot of job to do there. And you, while you're doing so, going around the Guildhouse, at some point you would, I assume, get a heads up from Arastelle as she finds you.
Yeah. Aristelle would probably be clutching the notebook still that she found. And she'll look probably a little bit distraught as she goes up to you. Philibert already left. He, I guess, has some things that he has to do on his own. We were supposed to go together, but he left me his things.
So he's not just gone on like one of our regular missions they do, or away for a while?
Jacob said that he was going to be gone for a while. He didn't specify how long.
Did Philibert leave you anything that let you know where he was?
Not where he was, but what he was doing. I don't know when we'll see him again.
That seems a little out of character. Not really let you know.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Will you be okay?
I'll be fine. I guess we have to go to Strixhaven without him.
That's unfortunate. I was looking forward to traveling with him again.
I just hope he'll stay safe.
You know he's got a good head on his shoulders. He definitely one of the at making sure that he's gonna work his way back to us at some point. Back to
Thanks, Zovril.
yeah. Sorry, that's definitely not what you wanted to come back to.
No. No, I feel like the gods are playing a unfortunate joke on me right now.
I kind of know the feeling. I guess.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It doesn't. My plate doesn't take away from yours, so. I mean, do you want to go something to take your mind off things, or if you?
I think I just want to be alone. I'll probably just go to the library. I'll have to tell Poppy eventually, but I don't really want to talk to Priscilla right now.
Yeah, I still don't have great feelings about her necessarily.
I need to ask her what Vrenov was talking about. It wasn't part of any conversation. Did Poppy ask?
Well, yes and no. They asked some questions, but Priscilla was very withholding. I'm not sure if it was necessarily that she was manipulating or if she was just out of it to just get resurrected. We don't know how long she was out. Like, there's a chance that it wasn't with ill intent, but definitely wasn't being completely forth. Didn't seem like that any.
I feel like I have to ask her myself to see how she reacts. But for now, I want to be by myself.
Yeah. you want to question her at some point, I mean, there is magic that can force people to at least not lie.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we want to resort to that yet. But if you need me, I'm just gonna be in here trying to fix and liven things up a little bit. But
Okay.
just let me know and walk around the city, or even if you just want to leave for Strixhaven sooner than later, due to whatever is going to help.
Thanks, Zovril.
Of course.
Poppy, what would you do
Yes.
as you arrive at the Guildhouse?
I think Poppy is going to get her stuff settled in and help Priscilla get a room set up, basically. Yeah, I think that's where she would start. Having a chance to kind of talk with Priscilla alone.
Sure. Yeah. You have no issue finding a place for Priscilla. The Guildhouse has plenty of room right now, so this is not a problem. You can just pass by Jacob to make sure that it makes sense and that there's free apartments, I guess, or rooms,
Right.
for her. Yeah, I said this is not a problem. I assume you kind of go around the whole place with Priscilla so that she gets acquainted with the place. The complex itself, like the Guildhouse, is quite vast. So
Yeah.
lots of rooms,
and
lots of facilities. So
definitely point out. And that over there is the greenhouse. And we don't really have anybody using it anymore. But there's a lot of things in there that you might be able to use. So feel free to take a look in there for sure before we end up heading out, in case if there's anything you could take and use.
as you pass by the greenhouse, you kind of see through its windows. Like the greenhouse is like just sort of like dome of windows. You can see Zovril in it, like unearthing some dead plants, like working.
Gotcha.
He seems to be hard at work right now, so yeah, you kind of don't. He seems busy, so you don't disturb him and just move along. Yeah, so you go around the facility with her. You haven't asked her too much. She obviously, on your way back, on the trip back, she was not at her best, coming back from the dead and all. So you didn't have much talk as you were on your way back. So yeah, there's a lot of things I would assume you would like to ask her.
Yeah.
I know that the group also had some concerns about her. And I don't think I ever like described her.
I think you posted a picture of her once, if I recall correctly.
I did.
Ways back. I'm pretty sure you did.
Post a picture, yes.
I am trying to find that now.
I am also trying to find that. Because I do remember...
It was a long time ago. Oh my gosh.
I do remember posting a picture of Horizon, but I don't remember ever posting a picture of Priscilla. Scrolling.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Oh, maybe
was
I did.
it before the brooding? I don't remember.
That's not Priscilla.
The picture of what's her face was provided the session after she died, I believe.
Would it be this one?
1 second. That's her. Yep.
Okay. There's another name under it, but I guess this will work. I don't mind.
Yeah, I think this was Priscilla. I think Pythias was just referencing somebody else.
Good.
I don't know.
No, that's good. Yeah, that makes sense. That's one picture I would agree to being Priscilla. So that makes sense.
Perfect.
All right. So yeah, Priscilla. For those at home, looks like a middle-aged woman in her 40s or so. Short, auburn hair. She's a spellcaster, wizard or sorceress. I don't think you found a spell book, so whatever she is, she's able to cast spells. She doesn't look like she had a rough life, even though you found her in a cabin, a little secluded from a village. Like she has small lands. Doesn't look like she lived off the land. So probably not the farmer's background or anything of the sort. Obviously, because being a time mage, she probably had no Strixhaven education.
Right.
So yeah, I assume you go around the place. I assume you can ever meet some people. Gareth is still there, taking care of the tavern. Jacob, obviously. Lanissa is still there, making sure the place is somewhat magically protected, and she's also helping out Jacob as a sort of like magical informant.
Sure.
She is still bound as a simulacrum to the place, so she doesn't have much freedom. But yeah, she kind of likes it there. But yeah, so you do find yourself back alone with Priscilla at either of your apartment, I would assume.
Perfect. So now that we're settled, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself?
Well, there's not much to say. Well, you already know my name.
Right.
I'm a sorceress. I'm self-taught.
Okay.
I've
Just
always
like me.
Good. Well, we've got this in common. I've always had an affinity with time magic. Never really was in good term with with Strixhaven, nor even any other school of magic. But and yeah, also I am not from Silk Meadow.
Okay. Neither am I. I'm from the Grove.
Good. So yeah, it's a beautiful place. But yeah, beside that, I've had a very long past. I've did a lot of things before, and in the past few years I've been well quite mundane. I'm trying to just I tried my best to just live a normal, peaceful life until Horizon came by. But
Right, and we'll talk about that in a second. But like for Strixhaven, like you mentioned that like the time rift things that happen with that, is that why they don't like you, or is there another reason?
It's mostly that. I mean,
Okay.
you're self-taught also, right?
Yes.
Okay. I believe you told me that you had seen this, and she will minor illusion the equivalent of a time rift. Like just sort of theater in space and reality.
Yeah, it was that, but like as big as like the mountain.
Right.
Or tall.
Yeah. This thing, and she will stop the magic, is pretty much why Strixhaven hates us.
Okay, so like, have they not been able to figure out a way to like fix that when it happens?
Well, there are ways to fix that.
Okay.
They're very difficult to master. And they do require the same type of magic.
So You're telling me that Strixhaven, that's been around for hundreds of years, has not dedicated time into helping people master that, and said they just kind of shun it? Like, why? It seems a little silly to me.
What do you know of magic? The schools, the types of magic.
Oh, okay. I know that a lot of them are pretty easy to kind of get the hang of.
Right.
And like, I mean, I'm able to do some other things. I love evocation magic. That's fun.
Okay.
That's about it. I just kind of do it. I never was taught anything about it. I just
but you know,
have a knack for it.
Like, you know how it works, right?
Like I get like the magic from like the like the arches and like the flowing streams and stuff like that. Like I understand that.
Good.
Because if I do like detect magic, then, or like if I, then you can see it,
Okay.
right?
The currents.
Yes, the currents.
Like, whenever you cast a spell, you tap energies from the currents.
Right.
Good. Perfect. Time magic does not tap energies from the currents.
What?
The forbidden magics do not tap currencies from the currents. They all use different energy to manifest. Time magic create these rifts because it essentially taps into time or the reality, if that makes sense. This is why these rifts opens up if you use too much time magic in the same space, location, and time frame.
Okay.
You can say that she's trying to like go slow, if that makes sense.
Right. So we were in Durdur, and we were fighting like really difficult people, right?
Okay.
And we were like, trying to save the world, whatever. And I had to use a lot of time magic during that.
Okay.
And so like there's a possibility that there's like a rift there now. Like I had to use like.
Well, chance there will be like multiple minor rifts. These can take years to form into a problem.
Okay, but that's only if someone keeps going there and doing those types. Like if I kept on going back there just to use like, hurry delay times arrow and stuff like that, then it would be an issue.
Yes. But if you if you did cast a lot of them at the same location in a very short amount of time, this could turn out to be an issue. Yes.
Like what's the location classified as? Like is it like a mile within each other, or is it like standing in the same spot over and over again?
It always kind of depends. But how big was the place you were at?
It was like the big tree of Durdur.
The X-Vault.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that. So like we were at like all of the arches around there, like we had to cleanse them of all the corruption that was going on, and we were traveling between all of the arches that were happening.
Yeah. Well, that could be a problem. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I did a lot. I did a lot of time zero and hurry delay and like halt, and I don't think I used erase at all.
But
I was close to.
That's actually good.
Okay.
It means that, well, I can try to show you how to close them without hurling yourself at them and endangering your life.
Okay,
and
so
we'll
like
be able
you mean
to
what
go
I
and
did?
Close them and do our
good. Okay.
Work.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
So we don't have to throw ourselves into those rifts to close them.
No, that's how you close the one.
I'm gonna punch Horizon the next time I see her.
Well, yeah. There are safer ways to do that.
Okay.
The problem, again, is that we have to use time magic to seal rifts. Do you understand the loop it creates?
Okay. Yes.
The good news is that essentially, the more spells you use, the bigger the rift and the faster it will grow.
Okay.
All right.
Does it also depend on like how strong the spell is?
Yes. And fortunately for us, closing rifts is not does not create a big rift. So before this becomes an issue, it can take a very large amount of time. So that's like, you know, like you kind of just push the problem to another time. You kind of push it to someone else. But
right.
it
Okay.
solves
So like
the issue
we're using
that's at hand.
Right. So we deal with it in the present moment, and we leave it for our future selves to handle.
Yes.
Every time that we close the rift, because then it kind of like pushes it forward,
And
basically.
that's the other good thing with time magic, is that when you master it, well, time is not an issue for you.
Okay.
That's also another reason why Strixhaven doesn't like it.
Because they wouldn't have to deal with time, but wouldn't that be like ideal?
Everything
Not
has
have
an
to deal with
expiration
time?
date. But when you're a time mage, well, you can kind of control that.
Really?
How old do you think I am?
Like, what's your race again?
She's a human. She
Like-
looked like she's in her 40s.
Yeah, like
40s, mid.
40s? 50s if you're like taking really good of your skin, you know what I mean? But like, I think you're 40 or something like
I've
that.
always had good skin, but I'm over 8 years old.
Wow. What is your skincare routine like?
Silk Meadow has very good dirt for that. Why do you think I moved here?
Are you kidding? Or no?
Yes, no, I'm time magic.
Oh,
We're time
right.
mage.
I thought it was like an ointment you use. Okay.
No, I don't need to.
Oh.
I've got perfect skin. Without that.
Okay.
But that's another thing that I should not do. But minor spells, easy to do. Just keep track mentally of.
Like you use like hurry and delay to like a cantrip to like bring your skin down, or is it a different spell? Because I kind of want to know about it.
It's something different.
Okay.
I can also show you this, but I feel like closing rift seems a little more important.
It does. Yep. No, you're right. You're right. Don't worry about it. We'll focus on that another time.
But I'll make sure to show you as much as I can. That's my job, right?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to mentor you.
Oh, I don't know. I saw that you had. Did I give you your book back? I saw your journal and like some of your notes and how it goes on forever. I think it's in your bag.
Well, yeah.
but
I mean, you left it there a day ago.
Okay.
So
Okay. Good.
I
Good.
should look to her bag, and yeah, she has it.
Okay. Good. Perfect. So yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I need to know how to do that. So that's good. And like another really big thing that kind of came up when we brought you back. Renoff was kind of mad that we brought you back. So like it's not only Strixhaven that's mad at us, it's also going to be the gods too, because we aren't tapping into their magic.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just say that you know when I told you I was in Silk Meadow for the mud?
Sure.
Yeah, I was pretty much more like hiding.
From the gods?
From as many people as I could. And why do you think it took me so long to send you a letter? Like,
so, if you're hiding from people,
yeah,
and you're with us,
mm-hmm.
that means we're going to be hunted down by those people too.
Hope not. It has been the beauty of having a long life is that your enemies kind of die before you do. Or they kind of forget about you, so I guess we can hope that everyone with whom I had qualms is got over it.
Okay, I can deal with that. What about the things where the gods said you had like committed atrocities? That's something that me and my friends are a little concerned about, and I want them to chill out about it. And yeah.
Are you sure you want to know about it?
Is it gonna be bad? Like, is it an atrocity in the sense that like the gods are mad you're not using their magic and they're like, nah? Or is it more like you use time magic in a bad way, and they want you to atone for it.
It's a little bit of all of that,
Oh, okay.
really. What do you know about the history of Thordrim?
Of which place?
Thordrim. Thordrim was a small country near the Pinzarials. It has been it is under imperial control. This is where the vampire guy is from.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
So it's like on the western coast of the continent.
Yeah.
They have been annexed into the Catharan Empire about 60-something years ago.
I think I
No,
read something
less than-
about the strangers helping the empire taking over, like getting an issue out of the way there. I don't really know it that well, but I
Oh,
think we
there's
have
still-
like a friend that's from there.
There's still issues there, huh? Well,
I think it's all resolved. I think that we kind of helped resolve that, but it also caused us issues. But that's besides the point. Can I do a history check on what I know
you
about
can
the
do
country as a
you
whole?
can do an history check.
Oh, 17.
Okay. Thordrim was a country that has been annexed by the Catharan Empire about 60-something years ago, as I said. You've met, and I really don't remember his name. Vampire
We
guy.
literally
what's
said
his
it like
name?
last week too.
I said it last week.
Emerald Stratmore.
Emerald
There we go.
Stratmore.
Emerald Stratmore. Thank you.
You've met Emerald Stratmore. I believe you did.
Maybe.
Emerald was from the Order. Not the
Mhm.
Order. Wow.
Thordrim.
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 Was from Thordrim.
Okay.
The issue you had with you helped the Catharan Empire deal with was Emerald coming back from a sort of long sleep, vampiric sleep.
Sure.
He was part of the Thordrim army, and he was a Thordrim lord. He was fighting against the Catharan invasion before he was almost mortally wounded, and he had to go into a long sleep to recover.
Gotcha.
He's mad at the Empire. Emerald is mad at the Empire because while he was doing so, his wife had to take over his sort of barony or people and continue the fight. She got killed by the Empire, and he's holding an eternal grudge over the Empire for this.
Right.
Thing is that while the Empire usually just annexes people and they kind of win wars, this country, Thordrim, they pretty much lost the war quite fast, but they add a sort of inside rebellion for the next 20-something year to come.
Gotcha.
Like rebellious parties and groups were always doing sort of terrorism and things like that, trying to safeguard their country against the Empire, who was essentially controlling the place at this point. That's something that is known. That's part of history. They were the last sort of rebels against the Empire in Thordrim. This lasted for a long while, but nowadays Thordrim is fully under imperial control, which led you to today when you helped them with dealing with Emerald. Because Emerald coming back, he was like, I hate these guys, and he was a new sort of rebellion in there, and they wanted to get this squashed as fast as they could, especially since nightmarish problem orcs and Emerald is also Kalashtar, so other things, but they needed you. So yeah, she was from Thordrim, essentially.
Okay.
So that's what you know about Thordrim. You know that right now it's a safe place. It's a fine place, and there's no more rebellion.
So do you know Mr. Stratmore?
Yeah. Well, I know him by name.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I never met
He's
the man.
He's one of our allies, I think. Believe. So
Well, okay.
that's about it, besides like what he's kind of told the guild about what's happened, which is like general war stuff. I don't know any history about like Thordrim itself, I guess, besides like what we know about Mr. Stratmore.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind never telling your ally that about me, that would be sweet of you.
Why?
Well, I think he was gone at this point. I only knew him by name, but if he's still alive, that could be a problem, especially if he cares about Thordrim. Um, when there was rebellions back then there, and
Right, against the Empire, yeah.
I come from a very good family in Thordrim, and my father was part of the Thordrim Reformed Army, which was the non-orcish standing army in Thordrim.
Okay.
He was good at his job, and part of his job was stopping rebellion. And I was good at my job as I was helping him. She will like lean closer to you. Can you keep a secret?
Yes?
I've tortured many rebels.
Oh.
And I was forced to use my magic to, well, on the rebels. Because once you torture a man enough, it's very hard to find new pressure points. But if you turn back time on him, and you kinda heal him back in a way, well, it gives you time again to work on this individual.
Right. So you said forced. Do you mean forced?
I was helping my dad.
Hmm.
By the way, nothing stops you from asking for insights or things like that if you don't believe her, but yeah, it's up to you.
Mm-hmm. So like it was like an expectation almost that you had to kind of do what you were doing.
It was a lifetime ago, but yes.
Did you continue that after the war?
I had no reason to.
Okay. So were those the only atrocities that the gods talked about?
Well, yes. I assume they did not enjoy some of their priests maybe being, well, anyway, that's
I
pretty
get what you're saying.
that's most of it.
Do you regret what you did?
I do. Yeah, I mean, it's I did not enjoy a second of it. But patriotism and cultural expectation, family, I mean, changes things. I could, but I would not go back.
Hmm.
And yeah, our magic is not magic in general can be a cruel tool. And yeah, I just hope that yeah, you don't end up using your magic to do these kind of things.
No, I wouldn't. What do you know about the prophecy?
What do you want to know? I'll try to help you as best as I can.
I just want to know if you know what the purpose is. I want to know if what my grandma told me is what is true, because I've heard different stories from Vartgrim and Horizon both. And so I don't know what is true anymore regarding what I'm supposed to be doing with this magic.
From what I know, the goal of the prophecy is to make sure that the three magics, the forbidden ones, can be linked back into the currents. This is
That
my
would be good.
understanding on it.
Okay. I was told that it's supposed to be used to make a better name for the magics.
That's gonna be a lot of work. You've spoken with the blood mage.
Yeah, Varkrim. And he was not having it for a moment. He could have killed me instantly, but I talked him down. It was no problem. He actually helped me out, kind of. Oh no, he was more so just watching in the games that we played during that tournament.
Wait, was he hostile or?
He was at first. I think that he was just being defensive because I showed no hostile intent. He kind of stopped what he was doing. And I just explained to him that I was going for this, and I'll like go into my bag and pull out like the time turning scepter. And like I was just going for this at an event, and it seemed like he was probably also going for one as well.
Oh, that's and he let you. That's good.
Yeah. I told him that I wanted to be friends, and that I was told that we were supposed to be friends by my grandma. And it was painfully clear that I don't think he was taught that as well.
Huh. Well, maybe I should have tried that with Horizon. Maybe it would have went differently.
I don't know if that's... yeah, I think that her master is a little something else. Based off of what you told me in the Echo.
Huh. Well, he wasn't there, so... I guess that's a good thing. She was very powerful.
That's scary. I think Barkrim is powerful too.
I don't know, she was just weaving magic like I haven't seen before. Like she was very powerful, very good, and I'll be honest with you. I just feel like she took part of mine.
She did say that she was going there for something, so...
Well, I hope we don't see her again for now.
Yeah.
Whatever her goal is.
I think I should let Varkrim know what happened to kind of warn him. Because my goal is to be friends with them and work together with them.
If you have contact with him, maybe warn him. Obviously, if she may be going around and try to find both. Well, she found me. She could try to find you. She could try to find them.
Yeah.
And like, have you met his mentor, or was he alone?
No, he was with his mentor. I think that someone else met him. And I think he's like, I think someone, like, people in the guild think that like he was, what was the word they used? A lick?
A
or
lick?
something like that.
Like a tongue?
No. Lich? Lich? Something like that?
A lich?
There's like rumors going about it, yeah.
Huh. These things exist?
I don't know, but someone was talking about it. Like someone, I think it was just a rumor though. I don't
Maybe
really think
it was a
he's
lick.
that bad. Maybe.
Huh. And
But yeah,
like,
he
have
seemed-
you met him, or like?
Yeah, he was actually like running a school or something like that, like up in the sky, according to one of the people in the guild. Like we had like a portal to him at one point, but I don't know what happened to it. I think
That's cool.
I didn't really read
Yeah.
those reports all that well, in all honesty.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
A school in the sky?
something like that.
The guy's a lich? And you don't...
I-
You need to read more, girl.
We can go check out the reports. I'm pretty sure there's a log of them still.
I would like to read that, yeah.
Yeah,
That would be great.
yeah.
And yeah, if you can magically contact Varkrim, go ahead, warn them.
Yeah, I just gotta get a scroll for it, I think. I don't know sending.
No. Your wizard friend, maybe she could help. Arastelle.
Did she at the games? I think she was. I think she was at that tournament. Yeah, I'll ask her. I think.
Okay. Yeah, at least
So.
try to find a way to warn him.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want the same thing to happen to him.
Right. But yeah. Okay. That was the main thing that I wanted to kind of bring up with you.
All right. Oh, if you have anything, to always ask. You know, I'm there to help you out as best I can, and I guess as soon as I feel slightly better, because I have been feeling off for the past few days, I'll be able to teach you some basics.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can already cast spells, so it's gonna be easy, but at least trying to close our big mistakes.
Yeah, I think that there's probably one around here somewhere then, because I've definitely used a lot of I've practiced in the guild area, so there's probably one around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Let's go around and yeah, I guess we'll see it if there's one.
And hey, can you promise me that you're not going to use time magic like that again? Can you help me make a better name? Can you help me make a better name for it?
I'll do my very best to help you.
She's gonna hold up a pinky for a pinky promise.
Oh, she's gonna. Yeah, she's
You
gonna.
can't break this.
I can't.
Otherwise, all of your bones will be broken. That's how it goes.
All my bone. That's another thing. And is this a curse? Like, I'm not sure I want to do this anymore.
It's a promise, not a curse.
Okay, so there's no magic involved or anything.
Right.
I'll try to believe you as best I can. But okay. Let's go find this rift. And okay. I want to see the report. I want to see what's going on with this flying thingy.
Puppy gets up and stretches, and then she'll skip down the hallway.
Good. Back to the others. Is there anything you would want to do during this first day back at the Guildhouse, beside what you already did?
I don't have anything that I want to do on the first day back, but I do want to talk to Priscilla in the next coming days.
Sure. Right, and Ethan? Zovril?
Zovril doesn't really have any other plans. He's gonna keep working on the greenhouse, and he'll probably go visit his family. If he doesn't the first day, he'll do it one of the couple days that they're there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're back home. There's no hurry anywhere right now. I assume that in the next few days you would be taking care of some of the Guildhouse family stuff. Zovril, Priscilla, and Puppy would do their best to try to seal the rift that's at the Guildhouse. She will try to teach you as best she can, but it's probably going to be somewhat of a process. I assume that you are able to find a moment with Priscilla to speak with her, Arastelle. I mean, she has her own quarters, so can probably knock at her door at some point.
Yeah, do I want to have this conversation privately? Let me think on this for a second. I think I would want Poppy to be there.
Okay. So I guess you could easily find a moment for both of them to be there at the same time.
Yeah.
Probably in the courtyard as they're practicing magic.
As we're crouched over a time rift that we can see, and yeah, there's one right there.
Yeah, it's not that big. It's not going up to the sky.
It's just a tiny little one.
Yeah, tear in time that's just there. They're both sitting next to a nothingness that even you, Arastelle, cannot see.
I thought these were floaters in my eyes or something. I didn't realize that those were all time rifts. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
You hear that as you're walking up. Wow. Look at that. Oh, hey, Arastelle.
Hello. I've been wanting to talk with Priscilla, and
Mm.
if we're going to be traveling to Strixhaven soon, I think that I finally need to get around to doing it. Poppy, I think you know what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I just asked her about it in her room.
I'm not sure. We haven't really met. I'm Arastelle.
We
And
haven't spoke much. Yeah. You can just call me Priscilla or Pris.
okay. Vrenov seemed very against you coming back to life, and I want to understand why that was the case.
As I told Poppy already, we already had to talk about that.
Yeah,
let's just say
I
that
need to know.
let's just say that my past and I've had some issues with a lot of people. So let's just say that this, coupled with the magic I'm expert in, that I've been using all my life, is not well received by the gods, by Strixhaven, by a lot of people actually. Not just the gods. I mean, I've met many different cults and branch of church of the church that would be zealous enough to, well, go after spellcasters like me. Same for the other two forbidden magics. Some people just take this way more seriously than other.
Vrenov said that you did something wrong. What did you do?
I did plenty of wrong things.
I need to know.
She'll look at Poppy for a moment. You can understand that it's pretty much a look of should I.
The problem is that because of her position in her life and with her family, she had to do not nice things with time magic when she was younger. And Fernov doesn't like that because it was his people at times.
Well, yeah, mostly this.
Mostly?
Well, there's also other gods that do not like this, but yeah, Vernuf is one of them.
When you say this, what do you mean?
Torture. Mostly, yeah.
Mostly? What else did you do besides torture, which is already so much?
Erase?
You erased followers of the gods?
Yeah, I mean, time is not just a line. You can erase people from it.
That'd be very unnerving to Arastelle. She'd probably...
clearly she wasn't confident saying that though. Like she's probably not proud of that.
I knew that spell could do that. I still learned it as well, but that's because I was worried about.
Used it though, have you, Poppy?
No,
I would advise against that.
It takes a lot more to do what she did with it. For me, I was gonna use it Like if I used it when we were like in that fight with Talia, it wouldn't have erased anybody. It wasn't powerful enough to do that. And I was okay with that because we were fighting Talia. But had I been stronger, I potentially could have erased Talia from time. But we've never reached that kind of strength.
They just said that this does a lot of ripples through the currents. I would not teach you how to do that. So
I made her promise that she wasn't going to do anything like that again.
I've tried to turn a new leaf. This has been a long time ago.
And she was
I'd
forced
like to do insight on how she is acting right now, just in
Sure.
general, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Oh, fudge. 11.
She looks sincere. She doesn't talk like she's proud of it. She's trying to keep it low. She's trying to choose her word carefully. But yeah, the way she speaks, and clearly she is not proud of anything she's done before.
What was Poppy going to say?
I made her promise that she wasn't going to do it again. And we talked about the regrets that come along with it. You know how you kind of had like no choice to do what you had to do for the gods? Think about that, but like for family.
I guess that makes sense. But Poppy, I'm nervous for you.
Well, I mean, now that I know that literally this is why Strix and the gods don't like time magic users. Now, of course, I'm worried about it too, but my goal is to make sure people understand that time magic can be safe. And that's what I want to do. And I found out that the prophecy that I've told you guys about is actually about like reconnecting time magic, or for the first time attaching time magic to the currents, because we don't use the currents for our magic.
What?
Which is why it's so dangerous. Same for like chiromancy and hemomancy.
It's mostly about not using the currents as a source of power.
What
Right.
do you use?
Huh?
What do you use?
Time magic uses reality itself, to be brief. Weather magic can be powerful enough that it reform and shapes weather patterns, which can lead to natural disasters. And blood magic, well, it's in the name.
Is that how like the North and the Isthmus are so messed up? Is because of like weather magic?
It could be. Never went. I don't want to go. So, all I know is that, when I fought with Horizon, she literally just ordered, I guess, all the clouds in the area and turned them into an hailstorm. It was, I'll be honest, it was fantastic to see, but yeah, kind of went south after that. And I kind of forgot to tell you that I'm glad that you brought me back, and I'm your dad. I'm sorry if my past can be an unease to you. Arastelle. My goal here is to help Poppy as best as I can as a mentor, and to make sure that the prophecy holds true. Because, well, if we're able to change how the magic work, I mean, it's good for me also. It's good for everyone. So much we could do with time magic that could help others.
I don't really know what to say. You did put me in a bad disposition, but it was my own choice. I don't blame you for my choice.
Well, how? I hope not. I was dead. What choice?
She'd be very undecided about whether to even just say it out loud. Dorinthia would not have been able to bring you back if it wasn't for me. And if you put Poppy in danger at any point in time, I'll see to it that you go back to the currents.
Okay. Right. She'll quickly glance at Poppy with like big eyes, like, okay. I'm sorry that's how I make you feel. I'll make sure that all goes well. As I said, I have no intention to bring any harm to any of you.
Good. I'll probably leave after that.
As you leave, she'll turn back to Poppy. I was gonna ask her. I was gonna pinky promise with her about not putting you in harm's way, but I did not expect the end. Can't just stop me in my track.
Best not to. That's a me thing.
Oh, I thought it was something from. Okay.
No, Arastelle has a lot of responsibilities that she's had to deal with, and
okay.
And she's very protective over her friends.
It does look like that.
But when she's gained your trust, she's an ally and a friend for life.
She just threatened my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very protective.
Yeah. Let's hope we don't get to that.
Right.
Was not expecting the end.
So, yeah. So there's a bunch of these all over the place. But we can do this another day, I think.
I think we can take a break.
I think that you could get some rest, and yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Zovril.
It's like an awkward, we let go our separate ways. Very awkward, holy
we'll
shit.
See you tomorrow.
What just happened?
Yeah. I guess this will end your session for the day. She will need a good drink after that. Good thing there's a tavern at the place, so drinks are easy to get. If you're an alcoholic, it's the right place. Let's skip ahead a little in the day. Zovril? You had a lot of things to do during these few days of vacation. You've seen your family, make sure everything's alright with them, making sure that your father is not dead. So old. buying things for the greenhouse, trying to like repairing it, new soil, new seeds, all of that. You've been moving a lot in the city these past few days. You just came back from buying a bunch of stuff. You've got like bags, just hoarding bags through the city. When one of the rarest thing happens, as you look to your left, you see a very big familiar wolf that just stroll at your side. You see Valerian. He doesn't appear often, especially if you don't summon him yourself as your special weapon. He will simply tell you, you have poor sense. Your senses. You can't smell danger a mile away.
What are you talking about?
We're being tracked. We've been followed for about 10 minutes.
He'll kind of like try to somewhat discreetly look around and see if anything stands out.
You can do a perception check.
Oh, that's actually better than passive, so I have to look that up.
Damn.
21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay, you start looking around, you start trying to discreetly try to figure what's going on. It's getting late in the day. It's slowly getting dark. Not that many people in the streets. You look around, you look behind you, you don't see anyone.
Damn.
I also had a very good roll.
Yeah.
I was expecting better from you.
That's like almost as good as I can do. Are you sure? I don't see anybody.
I'm never wrong. He is often wrong.
Do you know who or what?
There's two of them. They reek.
Reek of what?
They smell of sulfur and flames.
Ooh. Would that make me think of anything in particular, or assume probably not people, but
Not really. You can probably put this in the category of this is a spiritual. This is a spirit wolf that's been there for a long time, so he clearly has more than just normal wolf senses.
Mm. Oh, all right. Well, I guess we should probably try to get back to the guild quickly then.
Okay. Do you just keep your usual route? Do you try to find some alternative path, or do you start running? What do you do?
No, I think he's going to try to take some just like a weird route back, side streets.
Okay.
But without making it seem like too obvious. Definitely pick up the pace a little bit.
Good. You just find an alleyway on the side. Just start going faster. Go through it. Arastelle?
Yeah.
Where do you think you would be, and what would you be doing at around between 5 and 7 on a normal day? Would you be drawing in the courtyard, maybe at the tavern?
If we're at Cronthir and at the Guildhouse, I would probably be at the library.
Okay.
And maybe drawing in the library.
Good. Can do me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Nat 20. Let's go. Perception 24.
Okay.
I love this dice.
You're at the library, your usual spot. Nothing has changed much in this place. There are plenty of books that you do remember you've placed at precise place spots that are still
Of
there.
course.
Like nothing has moved. There's dust.
No
on most of
one
the
else
table.
uses the library.
Nobody uses this place. Why? Why would you go read? Bunch of nerds? No, it's a mercenary guild house. No nerds here.
Whatever.
You can feel a slight change of air. Probably a door or something opened. You can see that the flame of most of the lights is slightly flickering as this happened.
Mm-hmm.
As you look around, you can see moving through the darkness a silhouette. Someone quite tall.
Hello?
You have good eyes, says a voice that you do recognize as being a narc. He's the master of the guild that tried to abduct you and
Oh, I remember.
I believe that some of you still have his coin.
The coin.
I
Yeah.
do have his coin,
You
yes.
do. That's perfect.
I'll get out of my chair. Standing up. What are you doing here?
I've come to warn you.
Warn
He
me?
will just walk out of the shadows. It's almost like he was part of them. He just dissociate himself from the shadows as a shadow before he materialize.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if my entrance is a little dramatic, but I doubt you're... Well, the guards would have let me enter by the normal means.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to bring you this, and he will show you a sort of folded parchment, like a letter of sort.
Okay, I'll hesitantly walk towards him to take the letter, looking at the letter, looking at him,
I
kind
will
of.
just, give it out to you.
I'll read it.
You open it.
Mm-hmm.
You, at the top, you can see what looks like a circle, with sort of, I would say flames kind of peering through. Looks like an eclipse, per se.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see you'll see three faces that have been drawn that do resemble you, Zovril, and Poppy quite a lot. The only thing that's written on it is a life for a life. That's all. Looks like you are in the sights of powerful people, my dear. He will sit down, put his feet on one of the table.
I'll follow, sitting down at the table. Where did you get this?
The usual means. Means that you are not to be told about. But because you have my coin, I felt like warning you was maybe a good thing to do. Because I would personally not take this contract, but others might. I've fought you once. Once was enough. Not meddling into these things again.
Is it the same group as last time?
No. This is what my line of work called the Eclipse. They...
Am I familiar with this at all?
You
This
are
name?
not. They pay well. They rarely ask for these kind of things. And they are usually very simple in their demands. I don't know what happened, but it seems like you and your friends are, well, potentially in danger.
I'm like trying to think of who the hell we would have upset at this point. The list is kind of long.
Oh, the list never ends.
I'm just trying to think of who's the recent person we've killed. You know what I mean? Like, that's my concern.
Thank you for delivering this to me, Anarch. I understand. We'll leave as soon as possible. How far out of, is it just Caranthir? How far is this message gonna go?
My understanding is that it mostly stays on the western part of the continent. Wherever these people are, they have a lot of reach.
Okay.
But I take note, there's no names. There's mostly like rough drawings of your persons.
But I can recognize
yeah,
them.
you can obviously recognize you and your friends because you know them. But like, other than that, a passerby could probably not see the similitudes, like the similarities.
Hmm. I'm trying to think if there's any other questions that I should ask him. I can't think of anything. I think I would just thank him for delivering it and run out to go find Zovril and Poppy.
Good. As you start packing your things and going, you will stand up, tell you, keep the letter. Good luck with that. And
Do I notice any magic on the letter?
Nope, it's just a very
Okay.
normal letter.
Okay.
And again, if you need help, remember we do have a contract.
I do remember. Yes.
As you leave the place, he stands there, and right as you get close to the door, all the lights kind of snuff out, and if you look behind, it's just darkness.
Oh shit. Yeah. I would probably send, like, you cast sending to Poppy and Zovril, because Arastelle is familiar with these contracts and you don't really get too much time to actually react to them. So yeah, she would cast sending to them both to say that this is urgent and you need to immediately meet me at my apartment. Oh, I don't even know if I want. Yeah, meet me at my apartment. Super urgent.
Good. Zovril, as you are strolling around town, finding your way back to the Guildhouse, you receive Arastelle's message. Do you respond?
Yeah. I'm on my way to the guild, but I'm being followed. And then I'll cast sending again, or sending myself. Should I not come back? I'm being tailed. I don't know by who. I don't see anybody. I just know I'm being followed.
Zovril, there's a contract out for us. A narc from the Guilds of Assassins. Just talk to me. You might be being followed by an assassin. Where are you? I'll cast again.
I've been counting words. It stops at you've been followed by an. That's where it ends. It's 25 words, right?
You were actually counting that?
I was. I felt like it was getting long, so I was like, I'll count it again.
Well, I cast again, and so I get another 25 words, Grim.
Good. So you can end up the assassin part. Where are you? Question mark. Is the question mark a word?
It's not a word, Grim.
Well, it depends on how many characters you get.
Yeah,
25 words,
Zovril
but-
was sending himself. He's got this condition where he like cannot think too much, like in his own head, so he's using sending to talk to himself. It's very exhausting.
Where are you? Also, just testing supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's one word.
That's one word. There should be a character limit on this. 255. How about that?
How far away from the guild would I think that I am?
About 5-10 minutes.
I'm less than 10 minutes away. I just... Valerian warned. Yeah. Said they smell like sulfur and flames. I'll rush back as quick as I can.
Good. As
Unfortunately,
you...
he did not give me a location to go to try and help.
Yeah, I mean, if I know, I guess I would know where I'm at, being from here.
As you rush through the alleyways, the streets, eventually turn a corner, and in front of you stands two men, about 20 feet away. And they seem to be trying to bar the way. And if you look behind you, there's two other person, about 30 feet something away, that seems to be moving out of the shadows.
Cool.
And we shall resolve this issue after a little 5 or 10 minute break. Let's bring this back up, I guess. We're all back. We got Kuru hiding himself while eating. Y'all good to go? Good. So, Zovril.
Sure.
You you find yourself being ambushed in this beautiful hallway between two houses. Give me a second, I'll try to do something real quick. See how well it goes. Yeah, I'll do just fine. Where is your token? There it is.
Oh no, are we going into initiative for Zovril?
Well, with all this Zovril, initiative will be easy. It's him versus them, so it's just for visuals, I guess.
Good luck, Zovril.
Thanks.
There you go. Yeah, the shadows kind of still show on my screen, but yeah, shadows, Zovril, houses. I don't think on your end you would see into them. You probably only see black blobs.
Yeah, we should probably just look at Owlbear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, as I said, you do find yourself somewhat cornered between some people. All of them seem to be wearing these sort of very similar dark black cloaks. They have uniforms. More organized than you could think they would be. The one in front of you will just bring a dagger out. In one end, he has a short sword. In the other, that he tries his best to hide underneath his cloak. And he'll just say, "Best will be if you just put these down and follow us."
Follow you where?
I'll take you need to know.
How far from the guild am I right now?
Maybe it's about 5-minute walk at a normal pace.
Super love that.
The buildings surrounding you, 2-story high. They're houses. I mean, there's an entrance here, there's a window here, there's an entrance there.
And they're just like homes, they're not like businesses or anything?
No, they're homes. Maybe they could be businesses, but most businesses have like storefront, house at that back. Like.
Okay. And they're all dark inside, there's no lights or
there's
anything
lights in
in...
some of them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not daytime. It's getting slightly.
Yeah.
It's getting dark out. So.
I think I'm gonna use my other spell slot and cast Sending. I assume that I would know pretty precisely where I'm at in the city.
Yeah, I mean, you live there your whole life, so at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Sending to Arastelle. I'll give her like the streets, like the alley, like the streets that the alley's between. Just got cornered by 4 men in black cloaks. Between these streets. Gonna make a run for it, and I am going to try to dive through one of the windows next to me.
Sure. Do you go this?
I think I'll go towards the window directly to my north. That seems like the closest one. Or a door. Either way.
Yeah, it's a window.
Okay, that'll be
So-
easier, I hope.
You just
This
drop
one looks like
everything
a
on the
door.
ground. Yeah, this is a door. If you just want to try a door instead of
No,
of a
he wants to
window.
try the window.
It's up to you,
The window's
man. You do
cooler.
you.
Ugh, I just feel like... So I guess, would I know if this is like a business? Like, is it likely that the door is locked at this time of night?
Yeah. I mean, it's very likely at this time of night that people lock their door. Yeah.
Then I'm taking the window. I'm not going to struggle with this door.
Smart.
Okay. So yeah, roll me an athletics check, I guess.
Sure. 17.
17. All right. Do you drop your things, or do you try to keep your the thing you bought, like your errands, with you?
I will begrudgingly leave my plans and steeds behind.
Would have been cool.
I'm not happy about it though.
All right. So you just drop everything. While you're doing your spell, telling Arastelle where you are, the guy at the front will tell you again to drop your things.
I'll drop some of them.
Obviously, you listen to him. So you did drop your things. You go through the window. I'm gonna just remove this. By the way, don't take notice of what's in there. By the way.
Oh, okay.
You take a map on the internet. Sometimes you have
It's
bloodstains
fine.
everywhere. Yeah, you just crash through the window. You find yourself in someone's home. I would assume there are kids there. Like, obviously they're startled. They start screaming as you crash through their windows. Also, I assume that when you go into the city, go around the city, you don't bring your weapon, armor, and all of that with you, unless you tell me.
Yeah, probably
otherwise.
not.
It's up to you.
Can I feel like he would at this point.
I was just gonna say,
time.
I think that only for the fact that he's on edge from
Yeah, sure.
he's on edge from he's nervous about encountering people that would be mad at him for Valerian's murder like a month ago.
Sure. I mean, it's a long time to be on edge, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, he's waiting for it to happen again, but yeah. I mean, he probably doesn't have like everything, but I think he would have his hammer, and at least his armor. He might not have his shield though. He might not be fully armed.
Okay. So yeah, you just jump through the window, crash into this kid's room. Everyone's just screaming at this point, in fear, because an armored armed dude just crashed through their windows at night. With your athletic roll, you're just able to get back on your feet as quick as you can.
Okay.
You spot a door. There's another window. What do you do?
As I get to my feet, do I hear what they're doing outside at all?
Yeah, as you get to your feet, you
Second.
don't need to hear. You can just look. It's a window. Well, it was a window. Now it's just an opening. Yeah, you can see that they seem to be running in your direction.
Okay.
These people seem nimble enough, so maybe they'll be able to follow you in there.
I will run to this door and out it.
Sure. So yeah, you just open it, go through it. On the other side, you see two adults, man and woman, probably the parents. The woman is pretty much clutching like the walls at this point. She's clearly afraid as you just crashed through the door. The father was picking up a shovel, and he's like going in your direction. You look around the room real quick. There's a window. There's some windows here and there. You can see the door at the end of the building. And if you look behind you, you can see this guy going through the window. Actually, you don't see them anymore.
Great.
Yeah, they're clearly following you. The kids are still screaming their lungs out. This guy just passed through the window, just going full parkour mode. No problem there.
Had to be the kids' room.
Had to. What do you do?
I guess I'm gonna keep running, and I see that the doorway at the end of the house is past where the dad is with the shovel.
Yeah.
And I am going to, I guess, run that direction. Try not to break another window.
I'll put a token there for the dad with the shovel.
And I'm gonna kind of put my arms up to like brace and just yell, please help, I'm being chased by men with daggers.
Sure, you can do I guess a persuasion check for that.
Oh my gosh, I love these broody dice.
It's not a 1?
It's not a 1?
It's not a 1.
Is it
There's a
under
1 in
10?
it. No, it's double digits.
Maybe you should buy new
Did
dice.
you?
They're getting too good.
14.
14. All right. So yeah, you you instead of trying to run or anything, you just plead for help, I guess. Ask for.
Oh no, I'm running.
Oh, you're
I'm just
still
trying to
running.
not get hit on my way out.
Sure. As you pass near him, he will try to hit you with a shovel, scream at you to get out of his house.
That's
Your persuasion clearly did not work, considering that you're the guy who broke into his children's room.
I rolled double digits. What do you mean it didn't work?
I assume a 12 will not hit you.
No.
No? Okay, so
No.
yeah, you just like deflect the shovel or anything of the sort, and you can pass near him. You can do your normal movement, by the way. I assume it's 30 feet.
Yeah, I think I'm actually technically at the end of it, bro. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
'Cause I used my action already.
Good. Can you roll a perception check, please?
23.
23. Good. As you get there, you can see passing in front of this window this guy. You can track of him. And I already moved the guys down there, so I mean they're pretty much already in. And yeah, it's your turn. What do you do?
Did I just see the one guy?
You only saw one of them.
Okay. This is going wonderfully. I guess I'm gonna keep running because, yeah, that seems like my best option right now. So let's.
I didn't get to respond to his sending.
Oh yeah, you can respond to ascending.
Okay. I would shit, what am I gonna say? I would tell him
What?
to,
You don't know what you want to say?
since I since I know where that location is.
Yes.
I would have an idea of like what the halfway point is.
Yes.
And tell him to run to there. I should know the path that he would be taking to get to that point. So I'm going to try and use that information to meet him.
Okay. Yeah, you can probably try to find a sort of meetup point with him.
Yeah.
Good. You get this message, you get this answer as you run away and almost get hit by a shovel, Zovril. I would assume there's plenty of like more open spaces around there. I mean, it's not like the city's sleeping. There's probably still a market with people or church, park, something like that. So.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna continue to run dash through this door.
Okay. Oh, there was another door here, by the way. It's open. You could see a window.
Oh.
So it's up to you to see if and roll me another perception check. Actually, you had 23, right?
Yes.
Your last one? Okay, I'll keep this one. Yeah, you continue running. You see this. You hear Arastelle answering you in your head, and you can also hear like shrieking coming from over you. Like maybe something's on the roof.
Fair. Which way would the Guildhouse be from here? Like the direction that I need to head?
It would be west.
West. Okay. Then we're going to pivot. I tried to hit me with a shovel, so I don't feel as bad now. We're gonna go through another window.
Sure. Can you roll an athletics check? But windows, they cost a lot, man. It's expensive.
That one makes more sense. That's a 5.
Oh yeah, that's more like you. Yeah,
Did you have like an inspiration or something you could do?
Last session.
You jump through the window, almost at first. You take 5 points of damage as you crash through it, crash on the floor on the other side, finding yourself on the ground. As you do, did you have movement left? I think that was pretty much it. You could run.
Yeah, so I was here. Yeah, I'll dash. Yeah, so through the windows, my movement, I'll dash.
So getting back up half.
Yeah. So, then, yeah, I'll start running, trying to get to, yeah, I'll run this way and then try to figure out whether I'm going to go above or below this building to try to escape.
Okay. As you do so, you take a quick look behind you. You can see this guy is getting to the corner. That was the one that went around. Just move these guys in. Oh god. You'll hear shouting and screaming coming from the house again. You'll hear a thunk also coming from inside. If you look behind, you see this guy. You see this guy on the roof. He's gonna try to cast a spell at you. Can you do me? Give me a second. Just gotta find something.
Am I there now?
No. Can you teleport?
I can.
Can you teleport there?
No.
Oh. Can you please roll me wisdom saving throw?
Perfect. Since I'm actually good at that one, that's a 23.
That's 23. All right. You can feel all around you. You can almost feel like things are slowing down as you look around. You can see things are slowing down as you run and as you look behind you where you face planted. You can see like there's dust coming from the ground and it's like slowly just dissipating. Everything around you feels slow. You understand the spell, you've seen it before.
Okay.
It doesn't affect you, and it will be your turn.
Gonna keep running. I actually think it might be better for me to get there and then I'll dash. Try to get around this building.
Okay. You are doing your best at trying to run away and meet with Arastelle. Arastelle, on your end, do you just go alone? Do you try to find Poppy? What's up?
What I would do is like a drive-by message. I'm using the cantrip where like it's 100 feet away. I'm just assuming I know where Poppy is at that given time. Probably like by her room.
Yeah.
Maybe in the courtyard. I would just like drive by, point in random directions, like messaging Poppy.
So anyways, I started sending.
Not sending. I can't do sending anymore. Like I'm not going to spend that much time trying to get in contact with Poppy, but I will try as I'm like running past.
Okay.
Can I roll like a chance of
I mean,
getting it to her?
Yeah, I mean, just roll me a d20 and 10 plus.
Or can she just get the message?
Let me check. I'll roll the d20 if you don't want to do it.
Shit. I don't really want to roll this. I'll roll.
Yeah, I said 10 plus. The odds on your side.
I got
It's
a
more
4.
Oh. Yeah, Poppy's not answering. Sadly, you missed Poppy on this one. But thinking about it, no, it's better. Poppy, you get the message.
Thank you.
But not from who you think, no.
Oh no. And I'm quick at changing my mind.
So I would say something like, Zovril's in danger. He's at this street. I told him to meet him here. We have to go now.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Poppy's not moving. Just
Poppy, I'm wondering if she had like a brain injury during that rift thing.
she's at the tavern. She's just
You hear a sip. Yeah, okay, I'm on my way. She was drinking a drink.
Oh, she was drinking a mimosa.
Yeah, it's
She
a
was
late
with
night
Neville.
mimosas.
She was with Neville without Arastelle? Wow.
You just assumed you were gonna go there right away, but you didn't. So
Arastelle's not here.
fair.
It's time to go party. So, Poppy, you get a message.
sorry, Nephilim, gotta go. Bye. And she just kind of like starts running out the door.
Neville is my friend. You're so rude. Why are you trying to steal my
We
friend?
get mimosas together. What do you mean? It's us three going out for brunch all the time.
Yeah, so why are you guys out by yourselves without me, huh?
I
were at
mean,
the
I
library.
thought you were gonna go to her after the thing, so I went to Nephilim to wait
fair.
for you. That's
Okay, I do like this idea of like us having plans to go out, but Arastelle lost track of time and she was still at the library. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
It all makes sense. It's all fine.
Yeah.
Good. So, yeah, you pick your things, start running. Poppy, I assume you pretty much do the same thing.
Yeah.
Whatever's at hand at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you bring the mimosa with you, or
No.
no?
Yes.
Maybe.
Always take your mimosas on the go. in
How
case
did you
anything
know?
So yeah, you both start running toward the specified location by Zovril. Zovril, I would like you to roll an athletics check.
18.
18, damn. I mean, you know that these guys are quite. They look quite fast. One of them went up on the roof, so clearly was. They looked nimble enough. As you start running, if you do peek behind you from time to time, yeah, you can see that they seem to be following. You can see their silhouette. You can see some of them in the street, clearly some following on the rooftops. You only see two of them, though.
Okay.
you try-
Is Valyrian gone?
Valerian is running beside you.
Okay.
He's passing through things. Nobody seems to notice him. Only you can see him. You have your own imaginary friend with you.
Yay. I'm gonna look to him and say Valyrian. I guess, assuming it's in my head, otherwise it's gonna be very broken up by heavy breathing. But I hope it's also in my head because I've been talking to him in public. But
I prefer going to. I feel it's in your head, obviously.
okay.
So you don't look like a bozo.
Yeah.
If you've
I
seen
do
the
that on
movie,
my own,
If
so.
you've seen the movie Venom, like you always speak loudly, and it's part of the jokes, I guess. But yeah, I'll try to avoid that.
Okay. Valyrian, who are these people? What the fuck's going on?
You'll just answer, I don't know. They smell like the north.
I'm just gonna keep running. Doesn't give me answers that I was hoping for.
And he doesn't know everything.
No, that's fine.
He's not all knowing.
He should be.
He's a cursed spirit dog. That's cursed as same as you. So
Yeah.
you know.
No, that's fine.
He can help you with some things, but he doesn't know everything, obviously. All right, so yeah, you continue running. What's your AC?
17
17.
without my shield.
Okay. Lost a die.
I did my good one, so I had to find
Oh
it.
no!
This isn't good. I
No, I
think we
got
need to
it.
find that dice. Okay.
I got it. It's
I
fine.
lost a die. It's been laying there for like the past 20 minutes, and obviously it's not a good one, or I would have fetched him. So good for you. You have good dice. You, as you run, you can see from time to time, sort of like blasts of energy pass by you. They hit walls, they hit stuff on the ground, like a crate or so, and it can explode. Again, you recognize Eldritch Blast, very basic spell. The guy on the rooftop is probably trying his best to stop you or hit you with this. He's able to hit you only once, though.
Okay.
Where's this? Oh, there it is. That's gonna be 9 points of damage. Force damage.
Okay.
You try anything to try to stop them, slow them down, lose them, or anything of the sort.
I don't really have a whole lot. Cast spiritual weapon, but that's good for 2 seconds.
They're gonna outrun your spiritual weapon instantly.
How far away are they?
They've been keeping your pace. Like, they seem to be slowly catching up on you, but you're in good shape, so.
Okay. And there's just 2 that I can see that are close.
Every time you look behind, only 2 of them you see.
Okay. Like
There's one
30
on the street
feet
and
away,
one
or
on the roofs.
okay, 30 feet, 60 feet.
Yeah, about 50 to 60 feet. Yeah.
Okay. That me. Yep. Nope, none of my spells. I guess. You know what? I'll throw a chill touch at the one on the roof.
Okay.
25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And that. All right, not this level. Let's. I can do math. 13 points of necrotic damage.
13.
Yeah.
All right, so 13 points of damage. You look at the guy, you cast your spell. You can see the guy like stop for a second as the spell can materialize in front of him. He almost loses footing on the rooftop. Gonna get back to himself. He took the hit. It kind of helped stopping him for a moment.
Okay.
Can you roll me another athletic check, please?
Ooh. 7.
7. All right. While you were doing that, the guy on the street is getting closer and closer to you. You try to do something.
How close is he at this point?
He's about 30 feet away. The guy on the roof has lost some pacing, so he's further away than he was.
And how far away am I from the midpoint to meet Arastelle?
Let's say that you can see it at the end of the street.
Okay, then I am just going to just keep running as quick as I can, assuming the end of the street's not like super far away. It's not just
it's
like
a very long street. It's 3 miles
Yeah.
away.
Okay.
I can see it. You got pretty good eyes. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's probably like a 30-second run. So
Okay.
pace that you're going.
I am going to keep sprinting. But I am going to I guess I'll get my hammer out.
Okay. So you finally grab your hammer from your bag. As you do that, what's your AC again? 17, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh god. Okay. Where's the D8? There it is. As you bring your hammer out and you continue running, you can feel the sharp pain of a bolt that hits you in the back through your armor for 19 points of damage. This was a critical hit, by the way, so...
Oh, cool.
It's not like it was a normal kind of thing.
Still a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
Sure.
I mean, obviously this kind of stops you slightly in your track, but you're able to keep going through adrenaline and an obvious will to live at this point, I assume.
Yeah.
You eventually get to what kind of place would that be? This meeting point, do you think? You picked that, so
I'm thinking a town square.
square.
Yeah.
Yeah. You finally open through these alleyways into one of the main square of Corondir. There's plenty of people there. Chances of someone trying anything at this point will be very low. There's plenty of people. You still have a bolt like going through your. Yeah, but do you think you would have like a backpack?
I'd probably have like some sort of bag that I would have brought to carry some stuff.
Okay.
My belongings.
All right. So yeah, you got a bolt sticking out of your bum. That's the only explanation I can find on how this hit so hard.
Not like through my shoulder or anything, just
no.
straight to the butt.
Yes. Yeah, it was a critical hit after all. So, it's the best place. Best place I can think of. Shoulder hit is so mundane. Arastelle, you went there. You went there as quick as you could with Poppy, I assume.
Yes.
Do you take the time to find a horse, or do you just run?
I think I'd run.
Okay. Zovril, you got...
Because he's not that far away, right?
No. Running, you would probably take like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So quite close. Zovril, you probably got there first. Obviously, you picked a somewhat midpoint, and you were already on your way, even though you had to crash through some windows. As you get to the square, you can just keep running through it. Like, what's your attitude now that you're in a safer place?
I think I would. Yeah, I would keep running in the direction that Arastelle should be coming from.
Okay. So you're just
but I guess I would.
It, westward.
Yeah, I'd slow down a tiny bit to. Well, I'm sure I don't have a healing potion on me. I feel like that might be a little over.
Over prepped.
Yeah, a little bit
without
too
my
much.
healing potion.
I mean, if he has a backpack, come on.
He was going some errands.
Yeah, I was going shopping.
Yeah.
For
I feel like
healing potions.
Yeah, it would have been a good idea,
Greenhouse.
right? When shopping for healing potion, I had to use 2 of them.
I mean, it kind of makes sense for preparing to go to a journey. Why wouldn't he go get
he's taking
healing
care of the
potions?
greenhouse. He's going to buy new tools, new
I tried
soil,
even.
seeds, manure, all of
I mean,
that.
I do technically have healing spells. I just don't use them
Yeah.
until now.
Best is he prepares them every morning. He just doesn't use them. Just make sure to not use his prepared spell.
Yeah,
He's a great fighter, for real.
Yeah, he is great.
The best fighter there is.
Mm-hmm.
As you go through the square, by the way, with your 2-handed hammer in hand, a bolt sticking out of your bum, yeah, people kind of make room for you if they see you.
fair.
So yeah, you kind of make an impression there.
I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Whoa, that's a breach of contract.
It is, but
Nobody's there to see. Your allies are not there, so it's time.
I know.
Perfect.
I do a quick check, make sure Poppy and Arastelle are not within view. But it's
Corvus
hard for me
sees
to.
you again.
Yeah, Corvus watches always.
It's hard for me to heal myself if I go down. So it kind of ruins my philosophy. Yeah, it's an alright amount of healing. So what you would expect. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna keep going, but obviously that would slow me down a tiny bit.
Good. You go through the square. On the other side of the square, you can see Arastelle and Poppy running. I would assume that Poppy is flying, but yeah. Like
Floating.
Floating, or small wings, like going as fast as they can. And yeah, they seem to be looking through the square, trying to find you, like scanning the square. You can both easily see him as he still has his hammer out and people are making room for him.
Are there people within 120 feet? Like, can we see them approaching or no?
The people that were chasing him?
Yeah.
You can roll a perception check for this.
Sure.
I would also like to roll perception to see if I can see anyone that's like running after Ethan or Zovril.
20. Dirty.
19. Dirty.
Sloppy
Oh, yes.
20.
The dirty 19.
Disgusting, filthy 20.
As you look through, like you scan the square, you see Zovril. He's seen you. He's walking toward you, or he's like running as best he can toward you. He's got a slight lump on his like left leg as he runs, but he kind of brings himself as best he can. As you scan the rest of the square, you see a bunch of people. A lot of people are looking at Zovril because, well, he's kind of standing out. But you don't see anyone that would be following him or standing out more than other or armed people. You only see Zovril and a crowd. I say crowd, but like there's not like 200 people there. More like 40 maybe in the whole place. There's still market stalls that are open, so.
So why are we meeting Zovril? Oh, and why do you have a thing in your butt?
Poppy, I told you.
I'm gonna be doubled
Oh, did
over.
you?
Zovril has more than a thing in his butt. He's got like scratches from the glass that he broke through. He's got pieces of glass in his armor, like.
Arastelle will try and help Zovril, like take his arm and like try to like not carry him, but like try and help him move to go back to the guild. Poppy, can you keep an eye out to see if anyone's following us?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
They're dressed in black.
Oh, that doesn't help at all.
You can roll
They're
perception,
black.
Poppy, if you want.
Another
Close.
one?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the second best score. Nat 20. I got 21 now. Okay, there we
Whoa.
go. I was like, I got the second
dirty
best score I
21.
could before. Now I've got a natural 21. My bad.
Yeah. And I actually think it is unnatural 21.
It's a nat 21.
Yeah, because that was the question. What is a nat 21?
So yeah, you're looking around.
Yep.
You do see two individual in black cloaks. They're near an alleyway, all on the side. They seem to be looking at you, and you can see both of them kind of just lean back into the shadows.
Can I do a guided bolt, just twinned guided bolt at them
Ooh.
Sure. What's the range on that?
at level 2? Yeah, it's 120 feet.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of range.
Okay,
can
I'm gonna
try
do it
that.
at level 2. Yeah.
You're doing this in the middle of a square with people in?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
It's guided.
Oh yeah, it's very guided.
It is guided. All right. Let's see. Does a 16 hit?
16?
Yeah.
16 will miss.
then both of them will miss.
Okay.
Send them into the shadows.
Sure. You're guiding both miss. They both hit the side of a building. Slightly. Well, I mean, exploding on these buildings. They're divine sort of spells.
I'd go for the ground more so, not the buildings.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I should clarify that. I'll go for the ground.
Crashing into the ground. You can probably see like the two circles where they kind of explode.
Yeah.
This will induce some panic in the place. Obviously, people would see that. It's not like a where they sub. No, you twin cast it. It was not
Yeah.
subtle.
I didn't do subtle.
or
If I
anything of
could
the
do a
sort.
subtle twist, I would, but I don't think I can.
So yeah, this will induce panic. There would be people like wondering what's going on, people screaming, people just going away from there. Some people shouting for the guards or things like that. Do you stay there? What do you do?
We're trying to go back to the guild.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Good. And also, I do remember that some of you asked Zovril why he had a bolt in the bum, but I don't think he answered, so.
I think it was Poppy. I'm pretty sure Arastelle understands what's going on right now.
Are you sure? So yeah, you go back to the Guildhouse, bringing Zovril with you.
Can I just say that this is a kind of interesting moment because this is a role reversal of when Arastelle and Zovril first met.
It is. It do.
Yeah.
Like that.
Mhm.
Kind of wild.
The
It
time
is pretty funny, yeah.
Time is a circle, as they say.
Yeah, it's timey-wimey like a straw.
It's a weird soup.
Yeah, we should probably get going. I think the guards might be coming.
We're already back at the guild, Poppy.
Yeah, I knew that. I'm sorry. I was getting
Well,
confused.
but,
Puppy says
Okay.
that as you get into the tavern.
okay,
The
but hear me
mimosa is
out.
still there, still too cold.
Sorry, the DJ has to sometimes not focus on what's being said.
Poppy's a time mage, so
Thank
we
you.
went back in time to where Poppy wanted to say
she just wanted to say that really quick. So
Yeah.
she rewinded.
The magic of time magic. That's why he's going for this. So, yeah, you're back at the Guildhouse, safe and sound. What do you do?
I remove the bolt from my butt.
That's a good start. Garrett will bring some alcohol to disinfect. Here you go. Maybe there's poison. Maybe you should look it up. Bolts these days, they can have anything on them. He'll bring
Do
you
you
a
guys
bottle
want-
of vodka.
Does someone want to cast detect poison? Maybe.
I
Do you have
can't do
anything like
that. But I'm gonna go tell Jacob what happened so that way he can deal with the guards for us.
You're gonna leave right now?
He's like right over there. And he's like
Is it the
Pointing
corner
up
of the
the-
rooms?
no,
drinking
pointing up
alone?
the stairs.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it's he's clearly at his office slash lodgings.
Would I be able to tell if there's any recognizable poisons from time?
I mean, you can
herbalism
probably
kit
do an
and stuff.
alchemy check. Yeah, alchemy set thing chest
Just
check.
efficiency. So a 19 out of
19.
this dice.
Yeah, if you pick the bolt, by smell, texture, I mean, you could see if there was something at the end of it, like if there was a paste or if there was a liquid or anything that's not supposed to be the irony smell of blood. And there's nothing at the end of it. It was just
Okay.
It was just a bolt. The only thing at the end of it is you feel slightly you feel damaged by it, but that's it. Emotionally and physically.
The emotional damage is what really gets you.
The emotional damage cannot be healed by cure light wound.
Zovril, did you recognize them at all?
I don't think I've ever seen them before.
Did you
They're
get
just-
a good look at them?
They're dressed in all black. Were their faces covered? I feel like with my perception check, I would have.
Their faces were mostly covered. Yeah, like the bottom of it. You could see their eyes.
Was there any like discerning feature, like I don't know if they have like a symbol or like tattoo, like anything that I would have been able to see? Or
Yeah, you have very good persuasion. That's kind of one of
Perception?
your thing. Yeah, perception. He's not very persuasive.
Persuasion is
sorry.
not my thing.
A very,
I did have
very wrong
persuasion.
choice of word here. You're very perceptive. Sorry. So yeah, these kind of like small details are things that you will notice. All four of them had the same black cloaks on them. They seem to be very. The clothing themselves were probably not magical, but they were very well tailored, so that they would not like be in your way for whatever they were doing. You could see that on all of them, there was this sort of golden inlaid of an hope. Sorry, I'm trying to find a word. Of a small dagger. That seems to
On
be
the cloaks.
on the cloaks. The one that casted spells at you, instead of a dagger, it looked like he had an open hand on it.
Still golden though.
Yes. Like it's like it was made of like small golden flakes that were like placed there. Probably held by a glue or something.
Do either of us know those symbols?
I guess you could roll. Locals is not a thing in 5e, so history.
No. Yeah, it would be history.
Yeah, sorry, I've been playing Pathfinder these days, so there's a lot of crossovers that don't match well.
Could it potentially be religion since they were? Well, did Anarch tell Arastelle that it was they were potentially good North followers, or did I pick that up? I don't remember
Pick
which.
that up.
You pick that up. And
Okay.
surprisingly enough, religion will not help, no.
I got a 6.
I got a 7, so
Okay.
Huzzah!
So no clue. I mean, you don't know much about the underworld itself. You've never really dwelled into that. Weirdly enough, especially in Silk Meadow, every time you had to like dwell around underworld stuff like thieves, assassins, and things like that, it was always in another country. Like it was never in your.
Well, Anarch, kind of.
Yeah, Anarch was
right?
the only time. Like he was the only one
This is
you've
a different group.
heard about. All you've met Anarch and his crew, and they shared no such thing as like this sort of motif. And also Anarch straight up told you that he would not take this contract. So
Yeah,
maybe he was
yeah,
lying,
yeah.
but that would
No,
be weird to like go see you and lie about that and just like.
Well, so what I'm thinking is that, like, yeah, he wouldn't, but I don't necessarily know if he's the leader of that guild, and like, why wouldn't someone else try to do it? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He said that he wouldn't, but someone else in his group could.
Could, yeah. I mean, you can always, you know where he lives. I mean, well, not maybe he doesn't live here, but you know where he
Yeah.
dwells. You
Yeah.
also have the coin if you ever want to summon him.
Yeah.
is that coin a one-time use or?
It is a one-time
is a one-time
use.
use.
That's why I don't really want to use
Yeah,
it.
Chase accidentally used it, I'm pretty sure, the first time, by like right in front of him, and he had to give him a new one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that did happen.
It's one time.
He was like right outside of his door. He's like, "How do I use this?" He just flipped it up in the air, and it summoned him right there.
So yeah, it's a one-time use, so it's up to you. Other than that, I mean, it's you always have the same kind of means of information that you always had before. You can also just go around and ask questions in town. I mean, there's
No.
plenty of ways to figure out who these people are.
Yeah,
Especially
no.
since, well, now that they've seen all of you, I mean, who knows what can happen next if you just let that go.
Aristelle's suggestion that would be that we leave the town. If Poppy ever made her way back, she would share that note that Anarch had given her. And when they leave, like when they're outside of the town, then she would probably, actually she can't do it today because she's out of spells, but she would then like eventually reach out with sending to an Anarch to ask him if he's familiar with those symbols.
Okay, just trying to find a place out of town where it's safer.
Yeah, I want to get out of Caranthir
Sure.
before trying to figure out who these people are.
All right, makes sense. Yeah, staying at the Guildhouse may not be the safest place right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they would have followed you. Who knows?
Yeah.
Poppy, you went to Jacob first, I believe.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, Jacob's at his office. You just want him to make sure that the guard issue, if it arises, will be taken off.
Hey, yeah, Jacob. There's some people who are apparently after Zovril or something like that. They were chasing him through town, black cloaks and stuff. And I may have shot some magic at them, and I may have damaged some of the ground. So the guards may come here.
You've casted magic in town.
Yeah.
Oh la 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 la. So, did a lot of people see you?
Yeah, we were in the town square.
It looks obviously.
Tomorrow morning. I want to go swing by there, and I can.
Mad.
I can reverse like the damage pretty easily.
Oh la la.
But you're just better with people than I am. I think maybe sometimes.
Yes.
Kind
yes. Yes. I'll take care of that. I'll take care of everything.
You're the best, Jacob.
I know I am. That's why I'm here. That's why I've got all of these things surrounding me. And yeah, you can see like all the stacks of documents and all of that. And hold up. Why did you use magic in town?
Because they hurt Zovril. They shot him with an arrow. They were chasing him.
Who are they?
People in black cloaks. I didn't get a good look at them. They were kind of in the alleyway. They were trying to make an escape. So yeah.
And
it was just a gut reaction. I wasn't really thinking.
All right. Just
kind of rushed.
Just black cloaks. Just black cloaks.
Black cloaks. Yeah. Zovril would know more though.
Let's go meet him.
Yes. They should be in the tavern.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's faring well.
Yeah, he's good.
All right.
He was able to run with us, so.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in the tavern.
Where you followed?
Let's go to the tavern.
Ah la la. Okay. You came back some days ago and trouble is already at our doors. That's great.
That's us.
Honestly, I'm not sure I missed that. Good thing I still have this lease on this place in town. Great. Maybe I'll have to move again. Anyway, let's go meet Zovril.
Yes.
Yeah, you can both see. I assume you're both in the tavern yet. Again, you can both see Jacob come in. He looks slightly mad and exasperated as Poppy is talking to him.
He had to put up with Chase for so long.
Oh yeah, he had to put up with a lot of stuff.
And now he's
put
mad
up with
at
Chase.
Poppy.
Hold on.
He definitely Copper wasn't giving him shit. Yeah.
All right, so yeah.
It's a past campaign. We're not focused on that anymore.
Yeah, we're not focused on the past.
Yeah, now Poppy is giving him shit.
It's almost like my characters need drive things,
Maybe.
Shit on the French. How dare you?
Oh la la.
Oh là là. Du coup, j'en peux plus, hein. Anyway, yeah, he approaches Zovril and he just goes, "Are you okay?"
I'm all right. Had worse.
Good, great. Arastelle, how about you?
I'm fine. You wouldn't happen to know about these symbols, would you? And
I'll need more information for this.
no, I was going to say I would minor illusion the symbols.
Your
that...
best description, like the best thing you can do about what he told you about.
Yeah, I mean it's like a gold dagger. Yeah. It's easy, easy.
It does not ring any bell, no, but I can have people look into it. I mean, this city, if they're from here, I mean, this city is very easy to read.
Do you know anything about a group called the Eclipse?
He will just look at you for a moment. Why?
Because they might have put a contract out for us. Who are they?
Maybe we should. Maybe we'll take this to my office, if you don't mind.
Oh, it's that serious.
Okay, but I don't think that we have that much time. I think we need to go if we can make this quick.
Alright. Well, to my office. There
Okay.
are customers here, so I think we.
Oh, I thought that we cleared out the tavern. Okay.
I mean, there's always.
I was imagining it was empty. Okay, yeah.
Pick the
Then
corner.
I think...
We wouldn't want to startle our guests.
All right.
He will bring him back to his office. He will pour himself a drink. A drink?
Please.
No, I'm good.
Great. He will serve you a drink, Zovril. Arastelle?
No, thank you.
Alright. More for me. Are you sure it's the Eclipse?
I'll hand him the
You
No.
just open it. Oh. It is.
Who are
gave
they?
you this?
an ally.
You can be open with me.
I was gonna say the guy that tried to kidnap me before, but that doesn't sound like an ally at all.
Yeah, he's an ally by contract right now. That's the good thing. You can just keep the contract forever. This guy can never be your enemy.
He's a guy from the Assassin's Guild.
Well, bien gentil. So, the Eclipse. I've had the, pleasure of working with them before. They are very secretive. They always pay way too much for their work. When they ask for work, usually it's no good news for whoever's at the receiving end. Well, these portraits does look like the three of you, don't they?
I think so, yeah.
I have no idea what you've done to get them to act, but obviously there's something going on.
Where are they based?
Very good question. Very... not much is known about them, and I haven't been working for them for years now. Most of their work was not on my side. Havenfell, Turo, Strixhaven, they don't dwell there. I know that they have some sites on Grumlet, but that's it. Silk Meadow is usually their sort of cutoff point, if you will. If they go east, it's very, very important. Otherwise, they never cross.
Hmm. Why would they want us? What do we do?
What does it say on the letter?
The
Does
only
it
words
say
on it
anything?
is a kill for a kill. Sorry, a life for a life. My bad. There's the symbol of an eclipse, and there's like rough drawings of your faces. And by rough, I mean like rough. Like it's almost like someone drew this from like distant memory more than anything.
Okay. Have we killed anyone recently? Like the last time we got into a fight was like Talia, right? Like a fight with people-ish.
I mean,
Yeah.
Talia, and then before that, we saved the island, and then before that, we fought the demon. We fought Shrey too. This
Is it because we brought someone back to life? I'm confused.
is this like a religious underground organization? But
Whoever
they
they
hate
are,
Priscilla too?
they're usually very powerful. Best I can offer right now. I mean, here's the thing: we're well known enough here that whoever took this contract is either very poor or very crazy or both. So, what I should offer is to have this looked into. I mean, get rid of the problem and maybe find who hired these people.
That'd be helpful. Thank you.
I have limited knowledge on how they act, but usually contracts are not given to uh, plebeians. If these people were, no offense here, Zovril, but if they were not able to uh, get you, it's probably because they're amateur. I assume someone else may have contracted them.
Okay.
Sure seemed amateur.
I will have my agents look into this. It's in town. It should take a day maximum. Until then, maybe you should lay low. Keep to the Guildhouse. I doubt these amateurs will try their luck here.
And what about this eclipse? You think that the Guildhouse can protect us from them?
Oh no, obviously not. Never. If they
So
really
why would we
wanted,
stay here?
they could storm this place. I doubt they will. I mean, that would probably cost them much more than whatever they're paying for you.
So you think we're safe here?
Uh, Temporarily, yes. But again, it's... I don't see the future.
Okay.
So yeah. I'll keep you updated. Right now it seems like I have to look into this. Can you draw? You're good at drawing, Arastelle, right? Can you draw me these symbols again?
Sure.
No, thank you.
And I'll take out my stuff to draw on the parchment. Or I'll probably just like draw it in my notebook and rip out the pages for him.
Good.
There also might be guards looking into somebody fitting my description.
Yes. Puppy already told me about some issues in town. That's what you're bringing up, right?
Well, what issues specifically?
Mm,
The firing the guiding bolts.
uh,
Yeah,
public,
also that.
like public scare thing.
Yeah, if they come, let's just let them know I can fix it. And it was my bad. I can fix it though.
Well, I definitely also scared some people in town running, injured and with the hammer. But there's specifically a house that I technically might have broken into while fleeing.
He will pick a parchment and something to write. What exactly did you break?
2 windows.
Oh, all right, that's not too bad. He will write that down. Do you know where this place is? I'll probably have and go and meet these people and try to fix things for them.
Yeah, I'll give him the address.
Any other bad news for tonight before I drink myself to sleep?
Not off the top of my head.
Great. Perfect. Well, Arastelle, thank you for the drawing. I'll look into this. I'll look into these address and I'll get some gold out of the vault so that we can pay some locals so they can sleep safe and soundly at night again.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure was all mine. You will raise his glass to the strangers. He looks exhausted. He will drink alone.
We appreciate your help. And I'll probably go to leave at that point.
Whatever drink he's drinking, I'll druidcraft a something that goes with it. So like a basil leaf or something, and and put it in his drink and say that should taste better. And then I walk away. It's thank you.
We'll make a sigh. You'll leave his office. He will start working on trying to figure out who these people are.
Perfect.
As we leave, I'm going to pull our kind of pause. Can you two follow me to the greenhouse really quick? We need somewhere private.
Sure.
The plants are listening.
Yeah, once we get to the greenhouse, he'll shut the door behind them, and I assume the greenhouse, plenty of windows and stuff. He's gonna really take time to make sure that nobody's in any sort of distance that could potentially hear what he's gonna say.
Sure.
So I don't know that this is necessarily the cause of this. But I've been meaning to talk to you two for a little while. I just been scared that you'll look at me differently.
What's going on?
He's gonna be super distressed. A few weeks back, once we were back from Dorider, there was a night that I don't remember much of. There's a couple hours that are just missing. And started in my room, went to bed, and I came to in the back alley across the city. And when I came to, there was some thief like low-level thief, petty, ruffian that was dead in front of me, and I had blood on my hands, all over my cloak.
Did you kill him?
I'm almost positive, but I think it's part of my curse. Valyrian said that if I didn't feed him, that he would make sure to feed himself. I kind of assumed this was him eating away at me, but that's not what he had in mind. I brought up, all the creatures we killed, endured all those monstrosities and stuff. But he hungers for souls. And yeah,
He actually eats the soul?
I don't know if he eats the soul per se, but I mean, you saw at the Temple of Corvus some of the things that Aldrich had done after he became cursed. Some of those horrible things.
So you
Yeah,
think that this person is from the Eclipse then that you accidentally killed?
it seems like a stretch, but I don't know anything about these people. I don't know. He could have been just an informant. He could have been. I mean, like I said, maybe it's not related, but it's.
Why would they also want me and Poppy?
We've been seen together for a little while.
I don't think that that incident and this one are related. But now I do wonder, with Jacob saying that if they were from the Eclipse, you'd be dead. Now I wonder if those men were even from this organization.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, as far as I know, nobody else knows what happened. I don't know if there's any way that it could be traced back to me, but
I'd like to reach out to a narc from the group of assassins tomorrow. I'm not able to do it today. I used too much of my arcana. I'm hoping that he'll have answers on the symbols that you saw in the cloaks.
yeah, I hope so.
Good. So, your Jacob will be looking on its end, see if he can find any information of this group. Your goal next is to try to meet with a narc to maybe have some information. If he seems way more connected to the underworld than Jacob is, especially nowadays. Following this, seems like a very powerful group has put a bounty on your head. Finding this local group may give you more information, or at least ways to figure out a little more about what's going on and who they are. But we'll be finding all of this in 2 weeks, as I feel like this is a good point to end for the night.
I agree.
I'm
This
sad.
was an actual small session, but yeah, we had a 30-minute delay at the beginning for the introduction of all of this. So yeah, I guess we'll have better session time the next time. And yeah, don't think I'm missing anything. We'll see y'all again in 2 weeks' time. 1930 East, I believe. Same channel.
7:30 ET.
Yeah, 7:30. You guys don't say 1930? Like,
No,
No,
we do
oh,
not.
not in the
Americans. Okay, if you're in Canada, 1930, Eastern. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. I hope you liked it, and yeah, thank you, Lucky, for this. Have a good night, y'all, and I wish you all the best.
Good
Good night.
night.
Good night, everybody.